All right, well, we're ready, Matt. We're ready for you, man.
All right. Well, we'll just get into the recap, and Alex, I think you're up for the recap.
Okay, so let's see. Where did we start?
We started in battle.
Oh, right. Yeah, we had to take out a few more zombies and skeletons that were in the back. Somehow, with everything that Brian's character did, the character did actually get revived and was able to get up and do
goddamn
some
great
fight.
medic.
No, you're not.
Best doctor.
It was
they
the
have a
healing
healing
potion.
stat.
Doctor
mostly.
Who?
Doctor Who.
Mostly the healing potion, I think. But he got up and decided that one of our party members was the best person to fight.
That
So he started kicking the werewolf.
Yep.
Eventually, we ended up beating all the enemies. And he was a little mistrusting because he was like, I know you guys. You guys are not like this. Like, everybody's doing weird things. You have an octopus. You're a werewolf. You're casting healing, and you're not good at healing. So... So this is weird.
He's so appreciative.
Yeah. It's not like I just saved his life.
Oh, yeah,
Actually,
and he's also
I think
punching
he
and kicking.
thought you were the only real one for a while.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
helped disillusion him from that
I
idea.
tried to make him believe that I was not
Yeah.
one of you guys.
For
But
those that haven't watched, we're doing kind of a Quantum Leap style campaign right now. So we are jumping into other people's bodies.
yes. So we ended up going with the guy after resting there inside I forget the name of the spell. Something Lehman's tiny hut, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
So we slept in there, went to the main town afterwards, found out there was a horde of undead coming, and we decided that it was best to abandon the city and go to a choke point so that we could try to have our best bet against an undead army. And we're traveling there at the moment.
And we have an army.
We're going to choke an undead army.
Yep. You have a small army
They kind of
of
like
the
it.
living.
Which will soon be an army of the dead.
Most
and
of
join
them. Most of them are.
Here come the mist.
Most of them are not even trained in fighting.
Farmers.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Pitchforks
basically.
and scythes, man.
Yeah.
We've got a mob.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
got a mob.
They're
You got a
unruly.
really
You gotta-
good-looking mob.
A riot.
And also
Demonstration.
the
Protesters.
you found out that the goblins were actually part of this mob at one point, but turned
They
away
defected.
and defected.
Oh, yeah, we were supposed to try to convince goblins or something. How are we going to do that without the face?
I think
We
also
kill them all,
I
right?
got it.
I think also for the goblins, it was more like that's 2 days away, and the army is coming a day away, so we might not be able to do that.
Well, we could have
Yet.
split the party. We were thinking about it.
Yes, always split the party. Every D&D campaign has never had any issues when you split the party.
Never.
Divide and conquer.
Yeah, you get more shit done.
Remember when Brian split the party
I remember.
4 ways
Oh, I remember.
by
No.
banishment?
5 ways.
5?
There were only 4 players.
Yeah, I don't remember how that happened.
Because Alex's old character was somewhere else.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
So there was 5. That was classic. And they're all in different realms.
That was a classic.
We also did that with Brian's Goblin campaign, where he made a labyrinth, and then my character came in and he was like, okay, there's 4 ways to go. Let's each pick a way and go there.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. That one was not fun.
Nope, because I died to a mimic.
I
Splitting
mean,
the,
that part was okay.
Splitting the party is really interesting, though. Like
can be.
it's like I think my favorite time was
When Garavan died.
No.
The bath scene with Garabon.
That's my least favorite way.
Is that the video that's gonna happen today on break? I
It probably will.
Don't
It always
split the
is.
party.
You play that like every week.
Every week.
I mean, is it better than Garabon dying video?
No, yeah. My favorite, it was probably one of my favorite moments in the first campaign my first campaign, is when we stormed the kingdom, and Merritt or Brian confused the guards to let us in.
Oh, suggestion.
The suggestion spell, and all of us were split up. And I just slow walked the whole way through.
Yeah,
because I needed to get where
All
I
the
go.
Explosions
You
going
did the
off.
cool walk.
Yeah. I couldn't. I was trying not to. But anyway, that was my favorite. That was.
It can work splitting the party, but it can also just drag. Like, all right, so one part of the group gets to play for 45 minutes, and the other part gets to watch, right?
I mean, I sit down and watch an episode of Stranger Things. 45 minutes goes by like that. I sit down and watch you guys fucking ruin each other's plans even faster. That's not painful for me. I can watch that all day.
So what you're saying is we're gonna split the party.
Yeah.
Matt's not gotten to experience.
There's only
this
3 of us,
yet.
so it won't be too hard on you. But yeah, we're going.
We can still figure out how to
Ready for
split
it.
it 4 ways, I think, though.
Yeah.
I choose goblins.
Well, you might get your chance today,
choose werewolves.
because Josh is not here, so just things are going to be different than I really kind of planned on. So a lot of this session is going to be some bullshitting.
Josh did get surprised by a totally unannounced and unscheduled Mother's Day.
That's right.
Yeah, no one knew it was actually Mother's Day.
Yep. Leave this part in for when he. No, he's not going to watch this shit.
No, he
Yeah,
won't
no,
care.
he won't.
He's going to
doesn't
ask for a
care at all.
recap.
He's probably still sleeping.
Yeah.
Okay. I just realized that I was sending out those Josh text messages this morning, and he told us that he wasn't coming. I wasn't being a douche. I forgot.
I figured you were just being you.
No, that's awesome. I was.
I better turn my phone on silent here.
Oh,
huh?
yeah, that's something I probably.
Ryan, where are you at on that?
What did I do?
Where are you at on that? You're supposed to remind me. Turn my phone on
You
silent.
know, I've been less anal lately.
Oh. I missed the text about grabbing Red Bulls.
Yes, you did.
In case
That's
you haven't
okay.
noticed.
Ooh.
That's right.
We got coffee.
I don't.
Well,
I already
go
went
get
through a
some.
cup.
If you're interested, I do have some G Fuel.
I don't know what that
G-Fuel.
is.
If you can imagine like flavored water, but it's got a lot of caffeine. It's about as much caffeine as coffee.
So you're offering me coffee instead of coffee?
I'm offering you Kool-Aid flavored coffee.
We just have coffee.
Maybe. Maybe that'll be cup number 3. I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee right now because I don't want Matt to get any momentum. I'm gonna make sure we interrupt here. Go
Yeah,
grab the coffee.
he's using our BS time to
Come back in.
actually plan for something.
Yeah, he's like, okay, what the name? Dungeons and Dragons? Quick, Google it. What am I doing?
Yeah, you want to just kind of top it off.
Thanks, Brian. Did I hear my wife yelling in there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's why I closed the door.
But yeah, if you want some too, Ryan, let me know.
You know, I'm good. I actually don't drink caffeine.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right.
Used to.
Oh, so would the Red Bulls have been for just everybody else? Was that...
They'd all been for Brian.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure when Brian said Red Bulls, he meant Red Bulls for me. Not for thee.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
I thought...
All right, let's see.
Oh,
Let's see if I can get through another.
I
Never
misread.
mind.
I thought Ryan was the one who sent it. I guess it was Brian. Oops.
Let's see if I can get through another session
You can.
without boring everybody. It's weird DMing, especially when you're not totally knowledgeable. I mean, I have a couple years under my belt now.
Yeah. The main thing about DMing is you're the one who fills the silence.
Yeah.
When you're a player, you just get to be like, whenever I want to talk, I just talk.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So get to talking, man.
We
we're boring you.
We lost our chatterbox over here.
This guy?
So I bet Brian's gonna
This
pick
one.
up the slack.
Yeah, that's why I set them on the outside corners.
Sure.
It's because they're the very talkative ones.
Yeah. If you put them next to each other, they'll just talk to each
Those
other
look
all
at
day.
each other.
Yeah.
All game.
Staring longingly into each other's eyes, having deep
'cause-
conversations.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
My kind of party.
Not quite yet. We still have pants on.
Wonderful. Something to
For
look
now.
forward to then.
Okay.
You want me to derail the conversation further? I can do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Went on a date yesterday.
Did you really?
Yep.
Good for you,
Yeah,
man.
that was weird. It was a lunch
I'm
date.
sure. It was a lunch date?
Mm-hmm. But it turned into a long one because it was awesome.
Where'd you meet her?
Tao Cafe over in
Okay.
Lowry Hill.
Okay. Did you like Bumble or Tinder or any of those dating apps?
Originally used Hinge.
Hinge. Okay.
Which is another one. I Googled it.
Right. Right.
I'd signed up for 2. I knew what Tinder was, so I signed up for that. And pretty quickly uninstalled that one. That was not really the angle I was looking for.
Sure.
You went
There's
on
a
the
different-
grinder.
There's a different crowd.
Sure.
Or a different methodology, I suppose, than what I was looking for. So got rid of that one. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I had some
yeah.
success with Hinge.
Sure. You know, I've
You'd
had
have a lot of success on Grinder.
I'm sure I would. I'm a scruffy.
All you gotta do is take dick pics.
Tell me
that?
more about your
Just heard.
experience.
You know, I'll tell you what. I was skeptical about online dating, but I met Emily on Bumble, and like before that though, yeah,
It's the new era, man.
It's so weird.
Super weird. Completely
It's so weird.
It's like it's learning a different language. Very
Yep.
different
Yep.
from the way things were in 2004. I'll give you that much.
Sure, sure. It's like it can be kind of awkward, but like I think the best thing and my best advice to anybody that was going to go on those apps is just be 100% truthful.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, you have nothing to hide. Like why hide?
Life
Like you
tips
can't. You
from
don't
Matt.
have to be.
Mhm.
You don't have to be anybody else.
That's smart.
The people that use that app and just to be someone else, and
Mhm.
it's just not going to work out. But if you're 100% truthful,
And then there's some people who use it specifically to try to pretend to be somebody else.
well,
There's
that's the
catfishing.
catfish. Yep,
Mhm.
that's
Yep.
the cat. And I've heard stories about catfishing. More the girls or guys catfishing the girls, and that's not
The
cool.
Oh,
first
really?
person I matched with on Tinder, I was having a conversation, and I realized it was entirely a one-way conversation, and it was a bot harvesting my data.
Yeah, there you
I was
go,
like,
man.
"Ah, this is awesome. Welcome to the bold new world.
Yep.
Yeah, I had.
Wait, you're not answering any questions. You just
Right.
keep asking me for mine.
So
What is your mother's maiden name? Wait, why you want to know that? What was your favorite pet?
Yeah.
What?
This sucks.
Where did you first attend high school?
yeah.
First, how many times did you go to high school?
Out of your current passwords, which one's your favorite?
Yeah, they'll just be blatant about it nowadays.
You know, I was trying to find because I was.
Did you know your extended warranties running
I was
out?
getting into D&D and everything like that with you guys, and I was like, well, maybe I'll try to find just some nerdy chick that I can, do this stuff with without being judged. But there's really no platforms for that. I tried looking.
There's no D&D Bumble.
Yeah, there should be a D&D.
I bet there is. It's just called Reddit or something.
It's
It's called
called
World of Warcraft.
Go to
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con events. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The thing is
Really?
like nerds tend to like a lot of nerd things. A lot of people who like D&D also like Star Trek.
Sure.
They also like Star Wars.
Right.
So a lot of those event kind of things, if you go to that, probably meet a lot of people there. I'm not social, so I go to them and I'm like...
I guess that's my thing. Like, I don't mind going to those things,
Mhm.
but I keep to myself at those things.
Exactly.
Like, I don't go up to some chick dressed up as, I don't know.
Well, you
Welcome,
should
Wonder
have
Woman.
just dressed up as an elf, put it as your Bumble picture. That's your profile picture. And that way, when they're swiping, whichever way they swipe, they're only going to swipe you because they like your elf picture.
Well, I don't need that advice, but Brian, if you want to dress up as an elf...
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You said be 100% true
Yeah.
to yourself,
I do.
right?
I do try to put all the like deal breakers like front and center. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's like I have kids. My wife died last year. Like these are going to be big, complicated problems.
Sure.
Deal with it.
You're like, here's the
And
bag.
If it's not, if that scares you, just save us both some time.
Exactly. Yeah. That's good to do. That's really good to do. And then there's going to be those chicks that come at you going, oh, that's no problem. And then it's a problem.
Then it's a problem.
Then it will be. Yeah.
For sure.
Because chicks in their 30s, they're like, I got to latch on to something. My biological clock is ticking. It's just a thing.
Oh, what's the thing?
And
Thanks
they
for
move,
telling me that.
They move fast. Anyway.
We're going to clip it. I mean, we're going to put it on repeat over and over.
I think we just made our new video.
Yeah.
Intermissions.
Yeah. Matt's biological clock is ticking.
Yeah. That whole 5-minute conversation would be like a perfect.
Well, possession is accident. What is the Bumble in D&D? I don't know. There should be a...
Maybe, I mean,
Let's come
there's
up
a
with
business
that,
model.
dude.
Somebody can make money out of that. Somebody can do that.
Sure.
I think it's just play online D&D with people until you find the right one. There you go.
Till you match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Bumble has like a meet friends kind of thing, or Tinder has like a meet friends. It's not romantic, so you can find like D&D people and role playing people on that. But
Yeah, I'll pass.
I will say though that one of the negatives of and a lot of reasons why I think a lot of girls do not play D&D is because they do not want that kind of attention. They're looking to have fun and play a game. They're not looking for
sure.
that kind of thing. And
Sure.
every single guy is just like, I'm single.
Yeah.
Let's latch on.
Yep. Although I think that's changing with the younger players.
Possibly. But
I think there's...
I know some people in their 20s, late 20s, early 30s that are still kind of like that.
That makes
Sure.
sense, actually, considering stereotypes and demographics.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
why there's RPG horror stories forums.
Where you get the comic or the card store full of 50 to 60 guys and the one girl
And all the
Yeah.
hipster.
and they're like
Yeah.
yeah poor yeah
My wife
I don't
don't go
envy
into
that.
those stores with me.
I
I haven't been in
don't
one in
envy
a
that.
long time because thank God Amazon. But
Hmm.
when I used to go to those stores, she'd be like, "Nope, I'm not going." And I don't like going to those stores either anymore because they usually hire one of the kids that like plays there,
Mhm.
and then the customer service is like playing a game of Magic over there and not attending to the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so I guess we're playing D&D today.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that, though,
Eventually.
Brian. That's cool, dude.
Well, I'm doing what I can to stall for you, buddy.
Yeah, you're good.
Did we stall enough?
Yeah, sure.
You have it all ready, planned
Done.
out.
Yeah, sure.
I stab Alex.
I cast Wish.
I counter
split
it.
the party.
You split the party, you cast Wish, and you stab Alex.
Yep.
Okay.
Not his character.
Okay, so
Just gotta flex and then it bends the knife. It's fine.
you guys decided that you were going to go to this canyon that's with your backs against the ocean. Behind you is the ocean.
Yeah, that was smart.
and the name of this little place, it's Lightside Cove. That's what they call it. Lightside Cove. And so it's a little cove, and it's mountainous. So it's, or not mountainous. What would you call it? There, it's
got mountains.
Yeah, it's mountainous, and there's a little path, very neatly. It looks like it might have been carved out centuries ago.
A dry canal.
Exactly. Yeah, a dry canal. We'll say that. And it's perfect to
Battle of 300.
You get funnel in your enemies. So everybody is setting up camp all back here. Of course, it's not a huge area where you can put in 2,000 soldiers into this area, right? So everybody's setting up their camps. Everybody looks tired. Everybody looks hungry. And you guys are, I don't know, what are you guys doing at this point? So everybody's just setting up camp.
Well,
Nothing?
I need to figure out when they're going to be coming because I have 2 minutes worth of things I need to do.
2 minutes exactly worth of things you need to do?
Yes.
You're probably not going to complain.
I'll say right now it's, I'll give you some time of days right now. So you made it there within a day, but it's nighttime right now.
Okay. Do we know when the army is coming? Can we see anything off in the distance yet?
You could probably, you know that there are some scouts out there that are planning to return in maybe an hour or two.
Okay.
Just per your conversations with Edmund on your way there, you know that. So maybe Edmund would know when those scouts are coming back.
Okay. We said an hour or two, so I'll wait for those. Does anyone else have anything they need to attend to?
I'm good.
Just as a refresher, I'm still Lund at this point, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm still... I have no idea who I am.
You're
honestly.
Cassius.
I'm
Yeah,
Cassius.
I am Phallus.
So you're the Tiefling Wizard.
I know who you
Cassius.
Yes.
You are the
Phallus.
elf.
Yep.
Phalos.
Yep.
And then, of course, Brian is Lun Hawk Reaver, if you didn't know the last name of him.
Lund Hawk Reaver.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then Josh, or Chance, who's not here today, is... What is his name? Bryn...
Bryn Shander.
Glenun. That was a weird name I chose.
Bryn Shander.
Hey, that was something from the past.
Something from somewhere. Hey,
That's
is that a town?
a town and an old campaign.
So what is Celeste doing while everybody's setting up?
What is Celeste doing? Well, she's probably getting geared up. I need armor. I need a shield. I need a sword or two.
Okay.
And a crossbow. Or a longbow, actually.
You would probably need to go talk to Rafi, who is the half-orc captain / strategist.
That's what I do.
All right.
I go speak to the... Is he half-orc or orc?
He's half-orc.
Alright. Rafi.
So you approach the tent, and you can hear
I just
in
flip the
Rafi's
flap.
tent, you can walk in and you see Edmund and Rafi. They're kind of arguing a little bit, and Edmund looks at you. What do you want?
Is that any way to treat a guest?
I apologize.
Have you got everything set up?
Well, I don't know. This change of plans has thrown us all off, and we're just having arguments about where everybody's going to be positioned and how we're going to be doing this.
And what are you worried about most?
Worried about keeping everyone alive.
It's a good worry.
Who goes in the front? Obviously.
The more experienced should probably take the front line. Those that can actually hold a line and won't break. All the villagers, the farmers, the peasants, they get into battle, they see a few people die, who knows if they're going to be able to hold.
I will be able to narrow our choke point even further with the couple things that we have. So I will.
And how are you going to do that?
I will create 2 circles. They're each 10-foot. I forget if it's radius or diameter. 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder. Essentially, anyone inside of them will be protected from undead. They can still be attacked, however, attacks from the undead will be less likely to connect. So I can essentially make our front line stronger. We put our vests in front, they'll be hard to break.
Rafi looks up at you, and he's this big green half-orc. He's got 2 big teeth that come up, and he's got red face paint all around. See, this could work. We put the best in front. And Edmund's like, kind of sits back, and he knows that it's true, but he doesn't want to. You can tell he doesn't want to put the best in front.
If you put the worst ones in the back where they can see everybody falling and dying, they're more likely to run away. Maybe put them out front so that they can't see everybody falling and dying, because they'll be the ones who are falling and dying.
And Edmund kind of looks up, and he nods in agreement.
It's your army, and you are the one that has to make the decision.
I will say, artillery is going to be one of our biggest assets. The more people we have that are on the offense with ranged, the more we can do against the enemies.
Have you sent scouts to the top of the cliff sides? Make sure there's no surprises from above?
Yes, they should be returning shortly.
What about posting up a unit up there with bows and arrows? Raining from down, or raining from up above, down below?
That's a good idea, but how are you going to get everybody up there?
Well, has anyone found a quick access up there or no?
I suppose
we haven't really had time to survey the land.
How much time before the undead arrive?
I'm not sure.
Did you send scouts out that way?
Yes.
When are they due back?
I suspect everybody is back before morning.
We'll know a little better then.
Would one of you take...
If they're back before morning, then you know you have a problem, and that the undead are here faster than we assumed.
Would one of you take some time to look?
I'll go with them.
Excellent. Excellent.
I'm not letting you split the party 3 ways.
So, why did you come in anyway? What was your...
Oh, I already forgot. I need armor and a shield. I need...
Codpiece.
One of those.
I can't help you with the cod pieces. We ran out.
I'll just take his.
Rafi, why don't you go get these gentlemen outfitted?
That would be very appreciated.
Rafi looks at you. Follow me.
Follow me.
I forget you copy everything I say. And he takes you out, and he goes to just where there's some carts that they keep all the weapons and everything in. And you can rummage through this. Only take what you need, though. Nothing more.
Thank you.
So what do you have?
Studded leather.
Yes, they'll have
shield.
They'll have a +1 studded leather.
Oh shit! I'll take it.
And they'll have +1 short sword.
I don't know if I can use that. Short sword. I don't think that's dexterity.
Do you use crossbows?
Yep, I can.
They just
Oh
have.
no, I can use a short sword. They use finesse. I use my dexterity, so it's hard to find something that's good for me.
Are you looking
I
for
can
like a
use a short
rapier?
sword. Yeah, I'll use a short sword if that's all they got.
Okay.
Started
Alex,
with
are
it.
you looking for anything?
I'm more so making plans for the battle.
Okay.
Is there anything else you think you'll need from me, or should I start setting the battlefield?
No, I think you should go ahead and begin. Once you... Well, let's find out when they're back first. How long does your...
I have 2 minutes that I need to prep for sure. If I take an extra 11, I think it will help tremendously. So, if I can get a half hour before,
Yes.
I can do proper preps.
We should know without. We should know when. Let's wait. Is there anything you can do to help the people eat? We need to fuel these soldiers, especially those that are going to be in the front line.
Are you running low on food? Or are you on rations already?
We're definitely on rations.
I might be able to help tomorrow. I don't believe I can do anything today.
Ooh, that reminds me. Is anybody magically gifted in your ranks?
Well,
Or are we
that'd be Cassius.
It's just that I have this staff here that looks like it can do some pretty fancy healing.
I can
I'm
use it
not
if you would
really
like.
interested.
I will be able to use that if you would like.
Cast heal on you.
How many charges?
No, I gave you the staff. Just staff of healing.
Okay.
And yeah, it's got a pretty cool mass healing effect now that we're back to full charges on it.
As for food, do you have people here that are trained with fishing?
I suppose we could go out and look for them.
I mean, we have all the farmers and the peasants and people that do these things for a living.
Or what we could do is we could have everyone count off a number between 1 and 10, and everyone who's an 8 or a 9, we sacrifice them and eat them. Just kidding. How about we look into some fish?
It's a very good idea.
Fish part, right?
I'll look to see if we can get some nets.
Okay.
But I do need the land surveyed. Do you need to be outfitted with anything?
Yep. Fancy things?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for... I used to have these great bracers. They were really good. They would block arrows, help me catch stuff, and fight off bad things all the time.
I'm afraid we do not have those.
I know. Boots? Do you have magical boots?
No, sorry. There's no magical
Sandals
boots.
of ass kickery?
No sandals either.
What do you have? Do you have any other magical?
I don't wear
items?
armor.
I'll tell you what. Let me go ask the soldiers if they know of anything. I'll send some others out, and we'll find anything that could help you.
Ooh, I like it.
I've seen what you guys can do, so I appreciate your help today.
I appreciate your help today.
I'm gonna go find a way up the cliffside.
We just climb it.
Well, we can, maybe you can, I can, but most others wouldn't be able to either.
True. Okay, yeah, let's go explore.
Okay.
Do you have enough rope I could take and hang down? How tall are the cliffs?
They're probably about 200 feet.
No rope.
No,
Forget that part.
just watching people fall and die as they try to climb.
I'll send my familiar with you. Just
Ooh.
hand you a snake. Can you take him with?
Yes.
Browser. That's a good name.
I just hold him in my hand and let him coil around my arm.
Okay. So you guys go out. Which way do you go? Behind?
Behind, on the shoreline.
Okay.
So I'm assuming the cliffs kind of run parallel to the shoreline.
They
for
do.
the most part.
They do. So as you walk out, you see, as you walk out east, we'll say you're going east of the shoreline.
Sure.
And you're walking through just crowds of people. There's several thousand here. And you see everybody just kind of look at you as you pass.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Out of the way, please.
They look
Move it.
downtrodden. They're dirty. They look hungry.
There's an ocean
You
right
see-
over there. You can wash yourself.
They really don't look like they have energy, but you do see some with some spears out about knee height in the ocean trying to spear some fish. One guy pulls one up and they're all cheering about
All
just
we need is
one
Jesus
fish.
to feed the crowd.
Right.
He got one.
Some have already like taken what they have for like their tents and they're scooping into the ocean trying to get fish. And you get through the crowd and the rock that makes up these little mountainous areas, or the cove, it's just like a bright red rock. Looks very dark though in the dark. It looks dark in the dark.
Sure.
Yeah. And as you get through the crowd, you see Cassius.
I'm Cassius.
I'm sorry. You see Bryn, aka Chance. And he's just kind of staring out into the ocean at this point. Yeah.
So, as a player, Matt, should I go talk to the guy that's not here or let him do a staring thing?
Is his octopus frolicking in the ocean at the moment? That's an important
Can
question.
I
No.
kick out his knees?
You don't see his octopus.
Chance,
Chance.
you coming with us?
And he
Bryn?
looks baffled and he looks at you.
You want to come with us?
Where are you guys going?
Gonna go scout out the cliffside.
Why would you be doing that?
Shit.
There's a fight coming up.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm feeling a little out of sorts. I can't seem to remember how I
Wait a
got here.
second. I flick him in the nose.
Ah, what did you do that for?
What's your name, Bryn?
Lon, my name is Bryn.
Yep, that's what I thought. He fucked up the bond. He did it to himself somehow.
Chance?
Nope.
By chance, what?
You lost one.
Well, would you want to come scout with us?
Also-
Three sets of eyes are better than two
Yeah.
sets of eyes.
I wouldn't hang out in the water. There's like an octopus out here somewhere for sure. A big one.
I guess I could walk with you.
What's the last thing you remember? Come, walk. We'll go scout.
Well,
Walk and talk. Walk and talk.
the last thing I remember is Lon got shot a few times, and we brought him to the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Lund or Edmund?
Both
well,
of us.
Edmund was there too, but we were all in the room, and he was screaming out in pain, and I don't understand how you are as well as you are right now.
Okay, so here's the thing. Everybody else knows, so you might as well know. There are helpers coming to fix things.
That's wonderful news.
Yep, that's us. We're not really the ones that you think we are.
What? Huh.
And I changed my face to look like Bryn.
So Bryn's looking at Bryn right now?
Yeah.
Who are you?
And I switch back.
That's
Long story short,
a good
let's
question.
go. Let's go scout while we can. We'll walk and talk.
Well, yeah, we're walking right now, but this is...
Don't worry, we won't throw you off the cliff when we get up there.
Did
If
we
get up
die?
there.
Did I die?
Not yet.
Sort of. For a little while.
Not
we fixed
really.
it.
No.
Come on. Taking all the fun out of it.
We'll fill you in on some things.
This is why he did not let him split the party that way.
That would have been great.
That's why I went with Orb.
Yeah.
So you're walking the shoreline, and you probably get about a half mile down.
Oh.
That's not
That's
that
about as far
bad.
as far as
No.
I'm going.
That's
Hmm.
probably about a 10-15 minute walk. And you kind of see the mountainous area kind of go down. And it looks like you might be able to like climb a little. There's a little path that might get up there. That wouldn't be too hard, but a little treacherous.
Yeah. Like slick or steep or both?
It's a little steep, and there is a little climbing involved.
Well, what if we have some rope ladders on the tougher parts? They're not that high. You'd only have to climb a few feet here or there. And then the rest of the journey is pretty easy upward.
True. I like it. And we can get everybody up here? Or just some everybody?
Just the archer unit. My only concern is if the undead follow. Like, how do they know where we are? Are they sensing us by a feeling? Are they sensing us by sight, by smell, by sound?
Yeah, we don't know yet if they're dumb skeletons.
I mean, they seemed somewhat tactical,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit.
So if they get up here and our archers are unsupported, they all die, we all die.
They all die, and then it's raining death from above.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be my main concern.
Yeah, maybe we don't even give them the idea that up here is good.
That's a possibility.
Or put a few decoys in the tunnel. Everybody goes up. Wait till the little bone boys come walking down through, and then we all push rocks. Goodbye,
That's an
decoys
idea.
and skeletons.
I wonder. Maybe we wait till they start funneling into the canyon, and then we send people up. Because at least they've already committed themselves to a path.
That sounds like a good idea.
What do you think? Oh, never mind.
Yeah?
Nothing.
Do you like that?
Yeah. was
Like
a
that,
good
Bryn?
idea?
That's a very good plan. You should tell
I
that to
feel like
Edmund.
in our last 15-minute walking, we kind of filled them in on things.
Sure.
Okay. So we don't have to repeat the story
No,
every
we don't.
time.
We don't have to repeat it. That's something that's gonna be kind of challenging because we don't really rehash all the time that you guys are time travelers. But did you tell him that you were time travelers, or?
I mean, I would try to fill them in as well as we can.
He looks like he's having difficulties grasping everything, but who wouldn't?
They keep it all vague and magic.
Sure.
He can go with details, but I'm like, we are here to help.
I keep it all religious.
So you guys are walking back, and he looks at Lun or Nox, not Nox,
Orb.
Orb, So what's it like in the future? Do we win?
I don't really live in the future. Win what?
Do we win the battle today? Or tomorrow? Or whenever it is?
So, here's a fun story. As far as I know, you didn't fight this battle yet before.
That's strange.
This is
You
new.
won,
This is new.
and we're going to win again.
Well, yeah, I can tell you that humans and other totally normal and not offensive things along that are vaguely associated with humans are still there in the future, and the world is not overrun with undead. How's that sound for an answer?
Oh, that sounds amazing.
See? We win.
Yeah, uncomplicated.
It's amazing. If it hadn't been for those goblins defecting, I think the battle would have already been won now.
Yeah, well, we got plans for them. I mean,
What
not
kind of
technically.
plans?
We don't actually have any plans,
Oh.
but we got plans to think about coming up with plans for
We
them.
had plans. Those might have changed with recent developments, and I look at our new friend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you were actually supposed to go help them. Or not you. Chance, you. Was gonna go talk to them. But, maybe next time.
Hmm.
Or you could just do it yourself. I mean, fucking man up.
He's just pulling your leg.
I don't think I should go talk to the goblins by myself.
No, you shouldn't.
Emissary.
So
Go ahead, be brave. You can do it. I believe in you.
as you approach the campsite again, Bryn looks at you. I think I'm just gonna stand here for a while and stare into the ocean.
That sounds very exciting.
Just kind of want to collect my thoughts a little
you want
bit.
some time to yourself. That's fine.
And as he walks, you see he's walking to the shoreline. As he walks, you can see he looks down, and he looks interested in something, and uprises a tentacle, and he picks it up, and it's an octopus. And he's just kind of looking at it, and then he
Like an apple.
he looks at it. He just pets it. He looks confused, and he just kind of sets it down, and then he just sits down by the shore.
Goodbye, Rufus.
As he sets it down, you hear a lot of screaming and yelling coming from, sounds like the crowd's getting angry towards the entrance over here.
Okay. I'll head that way.
Okay. As you head over there, you can see two scouts on horseback coming through, and you can't really tell, but it looks like there might be something tied onto one of the scouts' horse, and they're all like, burn him, kill him, burn him.
I'll try to get a closer look. Push through the crowd.
You make your way through the crowd, and there's two scouts. One is a 14-year-old. It looks like about 14, 15-year-old girl. And another one is, it looks like 12 years old. And they're both on little miniature horses.
We sent our best.
Yeah.
I'll probably be drawn to the attention too.
And as you get closer, you see that they have tied up a goblin on the back of the horse, and the crowd is just throwing stones at it and yelling, "Kill it! Kill it!"
The orc
And
boss?
I don't remember. The quartermaster.
General whatever his name. Yeah.
Krieg?
Krieg. Yeah, we should get some real authority here. Knock
We
this,
are the
knock this
authority,
mob.
aren't we?
All right, I'm gonna knock this mob shit in the bud.
What are you
Catch
doing?
projectiles.
I'm running up there and I'm gonna put my hands out. I'm like, ah! I'm gonna scream in my best orc general voice.
Okay, roll something for this. What are you gonna roll?
That's
A
fine.
die.
Yeah, an orange one.
Roll your intimidation.
Good
Ooh,
luck with that.
that's not what I'm good at, but okay. Skills. Intimidation. 17.
17 is enough.
Yep.
The crowd looks at you, and they knew who you are as Lun, and they back down and they quiet. Everybody's quiet up, and you hear one guy saying, "They should die.
Punch
You
him in
should
the mouth. Yeah, I level him. Like-
roll to hit."
All like, damn it. Do I have any inspirations?
Nope.
So it's well, I guess I don't know what this guy's.
I mean,
what it's gonna
unarmored.
be. An armored peasant might be all right.
Yeah, my AC is 12 right
so-
now.
so this is
theirs is probably lower.
plus 7. Yeah. Well, this is an 11.
An 11 is not enough to hit.
This guy's a ninja, of course.
Yeah.
Hit him again.
Yep.
You got 2 attacks.
13.
13 hits.
Yeah, boy.
You how do you hit him?
With his fist.
Yeah, I just gonna
Wait,
Just-
you have fists now. That's right.
straight through the mouth for 7 damage.
So as he yells, you just knock him out cold.
Yeah. Yeah, he should die. Blue. There's bury him.
The crowd just like, and then kind of just all pause, and it gets silent.
Settle down, everyone. Settle down.
And the young girl is the one who has the goblin, and she looks, Dr. Lun, we need to get. I need to see Edmund.
Please, child, come this way.
So they follow you to where Edmund would be stationed, and you walk in. Edmund and Rafi are there, just thinking.
Rafi.
Yep, Rafi's the name of the half orc.
That's what we were trying to remember.
Mm-hmm.
And as you walk in, Edmund's saying to Rafi, "Get about 20 men, and let's dig those trenches. We'll have one right before the opening, and then another one before that, 10 feet out. Maybe that will slow him down a little bit." And Rafi goes, nods, and he goes out. You're back. Did you find a way up the hill?
Yes, we have a new development, though. There's, let's just bring it in.
And the girl walks into the tent, almost dragging this little goblin. Second here, and Edmund looks at Gwen. Is her name?
I got that.
Gwen.
Thank you,
Gwen Goblin.
Gwen. Yeah. So, we found him, trailing us, and my brother and I were able to capture him. We set up a little rabbit trap. She kind of giggles. This is well done, but this is worrisome. This means there are a goblin army here coming.
Is that what it means? I look at the goblin. Can you speak common?
He just looks at you, and he doesn't speak.
Do you understand me?
I will cast Charm Person on him.
I wiggle my fingers.
He might be a person. He might. I don't know how the spell reads.
Yeah, it's essentially a humanoid. so I think they count as humanoids.
I don't know.
They might be monstrosity or humanoid.
Well, I mean, people can play goblin characters, so I would think that they would be humanoid. You attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. You must make a wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage if you or your companions are currently fighting it. If it fails a saving throw, it is charmed by you until the spell
They
ends.
are a humanoid.
All right. Do you have to worry? Does he have to roll anything for it?
Wisdom saving throw.
Well, let's just see how wise that goblin is.
How many wives do the goblin have?
-1.
Negative
-1.
Goblins have.
I don't know what it's...
That's a D20.
I think I just cast the spell as me, so it'd use my saving throw, so it'd be 16.
Holy cow.
He rolls a he knows a natural.
He rolls a
one.
0.
I don't know if this is considered we're fighting it. I don't think we are. So if it...
No, unless
okay.
you punch it or something.
Okay.
I punch it.
Then they would stop.
So it's charmed for me, or charmed to me. So I'll say, please inform us of everything that you know, Mr. Goblin.
He just gets extremely complacent. He was struggling at first, and now he's just...
I wink and make bedroom eyes.
He looks at you, he grimaces, and he looks up at Nax, who is actually an elf right now. Folas. For everybody that just joins. And he looks up and he goes, they're on their way.
Do you know about how long until they would get here?
We're right here.
Oh. That is a bit worrisome. Do you know any plans on when and how you plan to attack? Do you plan to attack?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Skeletons, right? You're gonna attack the skeletons?
No. No, we're not.
You're a bad goblin. I'm gonna pull all your teeth out before I kill you.
How long do we have until you plan to attack?
We're planning on striking at dawn.
That is unfortunate to hear.
Who is this Dawn?
Are you a scout?
Yes.
And how many other scouts were there with you?
There's about 20 of us.
How long does that last?
It lasts until, let's see. Duration is 1 hour.
How far away are you?
I'm right here.
They're right. Yeah, he said that they are very close and they plan to
We're
attack.
2
them.
miles away.
That's more precise.
On the other side of the hills.
And what do you know of our army and our tactics?
We know that you have many archers, but not as many as us.
Why do you plan to attack?
It's because we need to. Goblin King made a deal
Oh, with who?
with the dead.
Oh.
The dead have a leader?
Yes.
Who's that?
Isn't it pronounced Pello?
Pedo.
Hello.
With the dead knight.
The Dead Knight. That's what he goes by.
That's what we call him.
And when's the last time the Dead Knight was seen? Have you seen him around here?
Oh no, he stays with his army. We only saw him once.
Did he come to you or did you go to him?
He came to us.
Did he promise the army anything? The goblins.
Yes. A lot more than Edmund did in his treaty.
What do you think about this, Ed?
Edmund just stands here
I'm always telling you that you're too cheap, and this is what you get.
I offered them exactly what they needed. Nothing more. The goblins can't be trusted after all.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Well, we can't fight off two armies on the same front.
My spell only protects from undead. It would not protect from goblins.
And if they have many archers, that would present a problem for us.
He looks over to the goblin. And how much did they offer you? And the goblin looks at Edmund. All of your kingdom, plus what you had promised us.
Hard to top that.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Are you looking for recruits?
What do you think?
I think
None of us here are adept at convincing the goblins otherwise.
No, the only thing we can convince them to do is what they're already inclined to do. They are rash, volatile, obviously dumb little red beasts. So what we need to do is make them mad. And so I think
the undead?
Yep. I think that through obvious and inevitable treachery, the undead decided to slay this one and sent the body back to the Goblin Lord. And maybe they just get a little rowdy and just decide to kill everyone and divide their tactics, divide their numbers, and we have a chance to come out on top.
So are you saying somebody dresses up as an undead and pretends to assault multiple goblins?
I look like a skeleton.
So you transform into a skeleton?
Yep.
Nice.
Poke the goblin in the eye.
Wait. And that breaks the charm, by the way.
Yeah, if anyone attacks him, it breaks.
I don't like him anyway. I poke him in the other eye.
We had an hour.
We don't anymore.
No. I didn't want any more chatter.
Look, I mean, I'm not saying I'm against your plan, but there was no discussion. You just poked him in the eye and the other one.
I believe we got most of the
The other?
information. Anyway.
Oh, the eyes, yeah.
I agree with Folas. We did get enough information out of him. But this is worrisome. You're right, we can't fight two armies.
I smile, but you can't tell because I'm a skeleton.
Is that a spell or something that makes you look different?
Yes. Creepily.
So I think if it's like disguise self or something, you would still like animate when you smile. It's just it looks like a skeleton smiling. I don't know
Maybe.
how a skeleton would smile.
Yeah.
Skeletons don't smile. They
Okay.
chitter.
Gotcha.
Maybe I'm a half zombie, half skeleton. With just enough skin to smile on my face.
There you go.
It's like the half smile because the lips on this side are gone.
Mm-hmm.
I believe him assaulting the goblins as an undead might be enough of a break of a truce where they don't want to fight two armies as well. I do not oppose this plan.
I hate to say it, but I got nothing better. I'm usually the best one at thinking about these things, but I am stumped. But it can't just be a soul. The goblin can talk, and he's already heard everything we know.
Oh, no, this one won't be.
You do what you need to do, but I can't be there.
I'm just gonna shove aside responsibility. That's a great move. Celeste.
I mean,
Well
it
done.
was your idea.
I believe the scouts would be a good thing if you could find the scouts, and that would prevent you having to deal with large amount of forces. At most, there's 20 out there,
Mm.
and probably not all together.
You know. I think I could assault the scouts that are ready and waiting for us.
What we need to do, we need to write a dozen letters that say, wait for the goblins to engage the humans, and then while their defenses are down, flank and destroy them as well.
You assume they can read?
And then we leave them all over the place. So the
What if we
news
send
Perhaps
the-
you drop one
yeah.
as you leave the
I've
goblin.
got my orders literally in my hip. Rolled up like a scroll.
Maybe it'd have to be something a little simpler.
Mm.
What if they can't read? Like a map and
Yeah.
armies moving from
Yeah.
one place to the
Goblins
other.
coming in,
Arrows
and then
pointing.
the arrows coming around from the flank, with like a skull and crossbones pointing to the little red devil face.
Yes, make multiple stops. Kill goblins on way to humans.
Mhm.
I could.
There's a little diagram of like skeleton veering away toward the goblin homeland and with an axe.
Maybe you and I can go find some of these scouts.
Yeah, we got 19 more of them.
This one, we just leave him here. We don't need him.
That's right.
He can stay a prisoner, and we can go assault the other scouts that are ready and waiting.
You have him eat a fork. Okay, come on, let's go.
Nox probably can't come. You look too human.
That's fair. Technically elf.
Well, elf. Either way.
Can you change your look?
You've seen that before.
I have?
They have. Maybe you haven't. No, you have.
Are you talking about the werewolf? out
She
again?
gets real
Okay.
hairy.
I
It
see.
gets real hairy. They get hairy.
And I feel like that's close enough.
They won't know.
They won't know any better. In fact, that might
Monsters.
even scare them even more.
Edmund
Yes.
did look at you in fear that you were dead. Maybe you might start to think that the werewolves were kind of sided with
Hmm.
the undead at that point.
Well, I think this is a good plan.
Okay. We need some paper.
Right.
And
I'll get on that. Because I do a little bit of mapping and
Nice.
drawing
Okay.
in my own style.
Sure. Yeah, there's parchment in the tent.
So I'm going to create a super lame spam email. Like, this is the Prince of Nigeria type. And I hope they fall for this terrible map.
it's just like, yeah, it shows us in the walled cavern and the
Mhm.
skeletons here and the goblins here.
Right,
and
right. And I'm drawing
Then
it while
there's
you're
like the
talking.
goblins with an arrow this way. And then the skeletons are going to come up and around and flank and like go off to the goblin homeworld with like swords and win.
Oh, look at this. And I draw a little sword. And I draw a goblin head on the sword in the top right corner with blood dripping down the sword.
Yes.
That was a pretty good added effect. And I draw the blood drips a little more.
Mhm.
Edmund looks at you.
I don't know if it's going to work. It can't hurt to try.
We just got to make a whole bunch of these, and then yeah, we'll
Don't know
we'll
if
go
we need
find a
more than
scout.
one.
We find a scout, we capture it.
Mhm.
We tell it, you go tell your friends what's going to happen.
Telling somebody would be
Oh, we give them the...
How do we
Oh.
trust that the goblins
What
actually
you
will
could do-
convey the right message? Maybe, and
goblins are a bit cowardly. I would assume if you beat them up enough, and they would run away. However, if you happen to drop something and make it obvious that you did, but don't make it obvious that you notice you did, they might pick it up.
Maybe we don't have to be alone. Maybe we do just accidentally drop something in front of the scouts.
Yeah. What if you've gotten
Palo pops in.
Hello?
Hey, my friends. Oh, you look amazing, Oreb. Nice job. What's this all about now? How are you guys doing?
Are you watching us?
Well, yes. I had to pull chance for something.
Yeah, we noticed that.
Yeah.
That was bad timing on your part.
Yeah, something needed to happen. So,
Quick question. Don't you deal with time travel? Like, couldn't then or something else doesn't that wait until later or earlier or whatever?
yeah, time's really funny. It's just a bunch of squiggly wiggly kind of lines, and they all happen at the same time and not the same time. Anyway, I have my own timeline. I needed something to happen, and so I did.
Great.
I mean, it's hard to argue with the one that's literally controlling everything about our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're just meat
I don't
puppets,
really
and you've got your fingers up our asses.
I don't really say controlling, friends.
That's very descriptive, or
we're helping each other out. And Edmund sees this conversation going on with you just kind of like looking into the corner, and Gwen is still in there, and she's like, Edmund, are they okay?
We're okay. Just give us a moment.
And he just kind of walks her out of the tent. War makes everybody a little crazy, Gwen. Just remember that. And that's the last thing you hear from Edmund. So, anyway, yeah. So, do you see that goblin army coming?
I thought you were watching. We're trying to figure that out right now. We need Chance back.
Unfortunately, Chance is a little preoccupied right now.
He went over to the goblin army and got them to attack us. That motherfucker.
No, that's not what happened. But anyway, you guys will catch up with him shortly. I promise.
Hey, quick question. You sent us here to fix this. Are we supposed to win this battle?
Oh,
is
yeah.
Is that what fixing is?
Oh, yeah. You're going to need to at least give them good odds of winning this battle. So, what's your plan?
Well,
so right now, and I'm trying to react to what he's saying, but kind of reiterate the plan to everybody so I'm not specifically looking crazy. My plan at the moment is to create some protective barriers at the choke point. The people that are inside the protective barriers will be protected against undead, although not fully.
Yeah. Oh,
and,
I see that. That's nice, yes.
And essentially, that is the main thing. We would have to put our best fighters up front to make sure that they can successfully clear the front lines of the undead army.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful. And you know what? I love you guys bringing the army to this cove. It has a perfect name, Lightside Cove. It's going to go down in the history books, and it's going to be brilliant. Lightside. I love it. It just works. So what are you two doing? What's going on with you?
I made a map.
Yeah, made a map.
And I show him my drawing. You can hang it on the fridge later.
Oh. And this is interesting. Nice job on the map. So my friends, what are you gonna do with this map?
Well, we think Oreb will get it into their possession somehow.
Oh, and
maybe you talk to one of the goblins, Oreb? One of the scouts? Act like you're just one of the undead patrols?
Mm-hmm.
Give them a good tongue lashing, accidentally drop it when you leave.
Mm-hmm.
sleight of hand it into their pouch, maybe?
Or it might be, what if... Can I make a suggestion?
Halo, you have us here doing your bidding.
Yeah.
Give us all the fucking help you can.
Oh, sure. Wouldn't it be neat if Oreb could just go walk right into that goblin camp and tell him himself? Because I do see that the Goblin King is with his army.
Ooh.
Turn goblin rather than undead.
Yep. So I just look like that goblin scout.
Can you get that small?
I look like his big brother.
You look like a large version of a goblin. The new Goblin King.
What's the what are
Bugbears?
those? Bugbears? Not as big as a bugbear. The in between. Hobgoblin?
Hobgoblins.
Yep.
Be a hobgoblin.
Be a hobgoblin. I don't speak any hobgoblin or goblin or gobbledygook, whatever it's called.
Is there anything we can
I'm gonna
do for
have
that? Do you have any abilities to make him speak other languages?
Scratch my throat.
Not speak other languages.
I got laryngitis,
However,
boss.
he does imitate things. So if he can figure out what they are saying, maybe he can simply reply.
You would have to understand them.
Yes. He would have to hear some things they say.
But how would he understand what that means?
What if I'm wounded and I just barely make it back to the goblin camp?
Ah, yes. An arrow in the throat makes it so you cannot talk, but you can show a picture.
Well, I'm questioning commitment.
What about your
Can't
tongue
you make
was
it
cut
look
out?
like you have an arrow?
Your tongue was cut out by the undead?
We're not actually suggesting you put an arrow in your throat or
okay.
cut out your tongue. We are suggesting you might be able to look like that since
Could
you were
probably
able to
make
do
that happen.
undead. Yeah.
Or we could do a little makeup.
Yeah, get some ketchup and good berries. Rub it all over my throat.
I will be able to cast a spell on you to make you more convincing of an actor.
Ooh. Okay,
Sounds
let's
like
do
It
a
this.
only
very-
lasts for an hour, though, so you have to get in and get out.
It's 2 miles. Okay. All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Are you done with your drawing? Okay. I grab it and I stomp on it and I scrabble it into the dirt and make it look a little more worn.
And then just before you go, I'll cast Enhance
Actually,
Ability.
Here, let me do this. And I take my sword and I cut myself a little and I drip a little blood on it.
Ooh. Yes.
And you will get Eagle's Splendor. Gives you advantage on charisma checks for the next hour.
Here I go.
You're all by yourself.
And then I just
in
run.
this. Oh, he's gone.
I
I guess he wasn't really worried.
So,
I only have an hour.
That was our plan. It's on the go, I guess.
We did it. We split.
so
Our fate is in Brian's hands.
Well, Palo made us split. It's his fault.
So
It's just his
Oreb,
choice.
the one that mooned me on the moon.
He'll be fine.
Okay.
I mean, he's surrounded by goblins. If he won't be fine, then he's booked.
Yeah. Oh, hey, gotta go. Chance needs to talk to me, so I will talk to you soon. Blinks out.
I don't like how he does that. Just goes and comes and
Don't like how who does what.
yeah, exactly. Our feathered friend, I don't know.
Who has feathers?
It's only Edmund here.
Edmund's out of the tent.
It's only us here.
Then who am I pretending for?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. So Alex, you had an idea,
Mhm.
and
I'm probably talking with what's your character again?
Cassius.
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 After talking to Cassius and mentioning my plan, he gave me an idea. So I'm gonna go out and try to cast Liamon's tiny hut. Oh wait, you know what? That's not gonna work. You know why?
Was it recast?
As soon as I leave the area, it's gone.
So you have to be in
I have to be inside of it for it to work. So, never mind. That does not work.
That's a shame.
Spell ends.
They probably figured us out. They
Yep.
knew ahead of time what we were going to try to abuse. Damn it, game developers.
Yeah, it remains as long as you're inside of it. Let's see.
Okay, so
Brings into existence around you and above you and remains stationary for the duration. If the spell... Oh, yep, the spell ends if you leave the area. Yeah, I knew it was in there somewhere.
So Edmund comes back to the tent. You guys still in the tent?
Just me and Nox.
Okay, he comes back in, and Gwen's there with him. So we have some unfortunate news, gentlemen.
Oh,
There's
so much of that lately.
Yeah, it's dark days.
The days are pretty bright, actually. The night is the one that
He
gets
does
dark.
that sometimes. I just ignore it usually.
Yes. So anyway, Gwen here. Why don't you tell him what's going on? Yeah. So the night armies are approaching fast. I think they're gonna probably be here before dawn. Within a couple hours.
Child?
Probably about 2.
I leave the tent. I'm heading towards the area where we have to set up.
Where's he going?
He's getting ready.
Anyway, it's looking like they're gonna be sending in the undead soldiers first. They're ahead of the archers.
Okay. How many?
Well,
Quick glance.
there's so many. It looks like maybe they're just sending in about 600 soldiers, and it looks like there's going to be about 300 archers, but there's more to follow.
So they're sending up a advanced unit. Not very smart of them. That could work to our advantage.
What do you mean?
Well, if they're not going to send everyone at once, it'll give us time to rebuff, take a break, and then be ready for battle again.
Yeah, but what about the goblin armies?
We've got that taken care of.
Are you sure? Because
No, I'm not sure of anything, child. But you should let us figure this out.
word is they're not too far behind.
Thank you, child.
Oh yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna go find my brother and try to find some food.
Oh, Edmund, I need your 8 strongest to come to the location of where the battle can happen.
My 8 strongest.
8 strongest.
All right. Well, I'll talk to Rafi. And what are you planning?
I will protect them if they can get inside of the center circle. I will have a center circle, which is completely protected for 8 hours, and then 2 outside circles, which are protected for an hour. I'll try to set those up just before the army gets here.
Okay. Why don't you go with Rafi? He's right outside the tent.
Yes.
Go find those 8
Save
soldiers.
a spot for me. Get 7.
Yep.
Okay. And then where's our other friend?
He's off to save the world.
Save the goblin, save the world.
Okay. Well, you think this will work?
I don't know. I've never done anything like this, have you?
No.
We're gonna find out.
Okay. Well, let's just hope that Lung can pull through this time.
Wow, it's actually going to work. Lunda's going to do something important.
If you pray to any gods, now's the time.
Helm. Okay.
The helm with it.
So, Nox, you go out the tent and
Yep.
you see Rafi. He's just kind of pacing back and forth.
Yep. I'll start a 11-minute ritual in the center of the area that we're set up.
Okay. You tell him about the 8 strong soldiers, and he'll find them for you.
Okay.
And he just kind of order him to meet you up at the edge of the cliffs.
I'll let him know once I start this ritual, I cannot leave this area for the next 8 hours. But everyone inside of this area will be protected for those 8 hours.
Okay.
So get the strongest.
Okay. Edmund looks at you. And what about the archers? Can we get them up?
It's possible, but we should wait till the last minute to do it.
Okay.
We're just worried about the draw of whatever attracts the undead to us.
And how are we going to get them up atop?
There's a path. I can tell someone, your best scout, the way. They need to take some rope with them and set up in advance. They'll have to put up a few rope ladders.
My best scout is Gwen.
12-year-old. Well, send your next best. Send someone that knows the terrain. Send someone that knows the land.
Okay.
The 12-year-old.
The leader knows the people.
Yeah, I know my people. Thank you. Sure. I'll find some way to get them up there. And where is it?
And I'll give them a general description of how far off to the east on the shoreline.
Okay. And what they need to do to get up, rope ladder and everything. So he tells Gwen. You hear him whisper. Take him up to this. No. He's sending her. You can tell. And let's cut there. So you guys are getting set up. Let's go to Oreb. Oreb, what are you doing? You make your way through the crowd and the cove and the cliffside.
I get to kind of strut my way over. I'm actually hustling pretty good.
What do you look like again?
A goblin soldier, a hobgoblin, because they're the bigger ones.
Sure. As you catch a lot of stares as you walk through the crowd.
Flip off the bird. I flip the bird.
But everybody's preoccupied for the most part, so they just kind of shrug it off because I don't want to deal with that mess.
There are 400 people looking at me. Would you like me to interact with them all?
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm surprised you don't just, make yourself look like normal until you leave the area. But that's not a Brian thing to do.
I cover it with a little blanket.
Okay. All right. So that's how you get through the crowd. And then where do you go? Now that you're out,
I've got the map. I'm like, oh, that's where they are.
So, are you looking for the scouts? Are you looking? What's your plan again?
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna try to run in the direction of the undead,
okay,
and then hook over, hopefully run into some scouts.
Okay.
If I don't get to the scouts, get to where I'm looking for other goblins. But I want to be seen as coming injured from the undead army.
Sure. So as you kind of approach the as you approach the undead army, so there's a hill that you have. There's a valley right before the cove.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a hillside, and once you get to the top of the hillside, you see just directly on the other side is another valley, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's filled with undead soldiers and skeletons and zombies, all standing in formation, ready to climb the hill.
Okay. So as I'm running, I'm gonna pick up a couple baseball-sized rocks while I'm running. And I'm gonna keep running toward them.
You going towards the undead?
Yeah.
Okay.
That wasn't the plan, but I'm not there.
As you, so Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm
You got baseball-sized rocks.
I'm charging toward the army, starting to veer a little bit. When I get within range, I'm gonna chuck a couple of rocks at the army, and I'm gonna keep running. Maybe I'll pull them all with me, and I won't even have to fake it.
All right, so you're running down the hillside, and you're about 10 minutes away from the army. You're pretty close. And
10-minute.
a
So
10-minute
like a mile?
jaunt. Yeah. Well, I would say, yeah.
Half a
They're
mile,
about
2 miles. something.
Yeah. Yeah.
A while.
A while.
I still
right.
Got okay.
You see some flag bearers, some undead soldier flag bearers scattered around the hillside.
Oh.
And there's one of them's starting to walk the hill, and you're meeting him, and you're within 40 yards.
Is he by himself?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even gonna throw it then. I'm just gonna run with like rock in hand, and I'm just gonna skull crack it.
Okay.
Release the Kraken.
Release the Kraken.
Let's roll initiative on this guy then.
Okay. I'm just gonna take his.
You go
flag.
first.
Okay. Probably.
Crack it on the head.
Okay, so I'm gonna biff him for 24.
That's a hit.
Okay, and so it's gonna do a D6 plus 4, unless you tell me that the handheld maul does more damage. No? Okay.
No.
We're going to say 8 damage. 20 a hit. Another 8 damage. 16. So 8. And then 8. And then nobody's around. Spend 1 key point to make a special attack twice using my Radiant Sunbolt. I'm gonna then fail, and then the next one will be more than enough to hit. So
You might have hit the first one.
No.
Did you get an 8?
No.
Not even an 8?
Well, I guess technically an 8.
That might have hit.
I guess it was an 8. Does an 8 hit?
8 hits, yes.
It's really hard to miss a zombie.
Well,
It's an undead soldier.
so I did 8 bludgeoning, spent a key, did 5, 9 radiant, and 7 radiant with lightning blast or radiant blast.
So how much damage you did? 8, and what?
8, 8, 9, and 7. Blah, blah. I pick up his flag and I run toward
So
the goblin
32?
camps.
You crush him.
Yeah,
And I don't think they get the undead fortitude if you do radiant.
I think it's radiant. So yeah, I just and I grab the flag, and then I run.
The other one's about 60 feet out.
Okay.
There's about 10 of them that are climbing the hill spaced apart. They're all about 50 to 60 feet apart, carrying their flags. He looks at you and he starts running towards you.
Yep, I'm running toward where I hope the goblins are. When I'm hoofing it.
Okay. So,
Matt's brain's going.
He's like, why?
he throws down his actually no, he takes his flag and he's going to try to attack you. He's gonna throw it.
He's gonna
like
javelin.
Yeah, he's gonna javelin at you.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna roll to hit. And an 8. Does an 8 hit you?
An 8 does not hit me.
So, but it goes right by you, and it it actually like comes within 5 feet and the tip obviously sticks into the ground, and the undead flag is just a black flag. That's all torn up and ripped and smells like guts.
You get an inspiration.
Hey! I think I have 2 now.
Who?
Opposite of what you needed, Brian.
Yeah. Who's
Just
fucking
in
with
case.
me?
Yarkanaut.
I'm just trying to derail everything.
Hell yeah.
As you continue running, you get into range with another one. You're about 60 feet out from the other one. And he's going to loose his, and that is a 23.
That will hit me.
Oh boy.
Let's see.
Okay.
Maybe. What does a flag bearer javelin do for damage, Matt?
It's a 1d6.
Oh.
That's a 5. 5 damage.
Okay,
to you.
so I deflect the missile. I bring it down to 0.
Okay.
So I will spend a key and make a ranged attack with it as a monk weapon. So I hurl it back at him. And I destroy him.
What did you?
Oh,
What
no.
is? Does he have to roll to dodge or anything? Or
I mean, I rolled a 22.
yeah,
And then I rolled 5 damage.
5 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That hits. It doesn't bring him down.
Yeah. But
I
I
just
catch
imagine this
it.
big flying flags where you catch and launch back at it.
So you're running along. You're almost running alongside all the flag bearers right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you have a turn. Another one is 60 feet out from you again.
Okay. As I'm running past, I'm going to... Yeah, I'm not particularly worried at all. So I'm going to do a little stutter step and then...
Okay.
And then I run
same
again.
person.
This is reminding me of Ace Ventura when he's running from the natives and he's just got the entire group behind him.
Yep.
The one that you just started to step by brings out a Yaller horn. And you hear another off in the distance. And then 30 seconds later, you hear the big one. And it just shakes. It almost shakes the ground. If you turn to look your head, you can see a huge one that they carry with them.
Ooh. Okay.
That hurt my throat. Yep. And you can see the army starts to move. They're starting to march up.
I'm
Slowly but surely.
Got that flag going high up in the air, perpendicular to the way they want to march.
Some of them are moving towards the where you think the cove would be, and then other ones are turning towards where you're gonna be.
Split the army, split the party. Very least.
Never split the party, Matt. What are you doing?
So you're running towards where you think the goblins are going to be now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh man, what's exhaustion for running?
Doesn't really have a
It doesn't
ruling
really
for
have-
it. There's forced march.
I'm supremely conditioned.
I mean, if you
I have lungs as big as I want them.
Sure. Exactly. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It's just one big lung.
Back at camp.
at camp, we
I hear
the horns.
I'm like,
Yep.
quickly.
Rafi's there with you. All right. Philos.
Oh yes, that's me. What?
Yes, Philos. Here are 6 of the best. I will be joining you.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Have I gotten the first spell done yet? It's 11 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So there's a 10-foot radius area right in the center.
10-foot radius.
Yep. So it'd be those blocks over there.
Right here.
Yep. Those are
10 feet.
So I got one in the center, and then I start a ritual, or not a ritual. This one's actually a spell I have to cast.
That's 5-foot radius.
That's 10 foot.
Oh,
That's
right.
It's 10 feet across. So a 10-foot radius would be a square.
Oh,
of
yeah.
four
You're
of
right.
those squares.
So it would be 20-foot diameter. So yeah, it is
Yep.
2 of those.
There you go.
Or yeah, 4 of them.
Daddy ghoul.
So there's that right in the center. And then on the edges, because I can't leave this area, I have 2 10-foot radiuses of...
really?
Yep. They're able to be entered. So you have like a 5-foot, it looks like about a 5-foot thing on the sides there that they can actually walk through if those go down after an hour.
We'll just do this.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Gonna cover it. Yeah.
Yep.
And right here.
Yep. So they have disadvantage to hit anything inside the side areas, and the center, nobody can attack in or out. So we have to have our 8 good people in the front on the sides there, and then I'm in the center healing people.
Okay.
Can you cast spells through it?
Let's see. Lehman's Tiny Hut.
And these are trenches that they dug.
Okay. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. So I would have to leave and go to the back lines to be able to...
You can enter and exit.
Okay,
right?
so people, if you want to be healed, you have to come inside the dome. So you have to get out of the magic circle.
Sure.
You'd still be in technically the magic circle, but you'd also be in the dome because they're overlapping.
Because you can't leave.
I can't leave it, yeah. Because if I leave, then the dome goes down. So,
We have an orc?
yeah, if you want to be healed,
Top of the box.
if you want to be healed,
There.
end your
Right
turn
there.
inside the dome.
And you turn in the dome.
That's Rafi.
Rafi. Baby beluga.
Baby beluga.
Or is that Rafi?
Baby beluga.
In the deep blue
Mhm.
sea.
Swim so wide, swim so
free.
I love Rafi, man.
That's all I can think of every time you talk about him. Like I see his little goatee and his guitar.
And then where are you gonna be, Celeste?
Right up front.
Like it in the
Put
front.
me next to Rafi,
Where are you?
the blonde chick.
Where are you? Here?
It's hard
Blondie
to
bear.
miss.
Alright. Okay. Bingo, bingo.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
You have some time before they get there. And do we have... I don't know if I need to mark the archers. We can probably just... say the archers have made... You see, only on this side, there's about... They start grouping, and you see about 50 archers right along that side. Well, Brian's got an inspiration. Okay, so 50 archers are able to make their way up here. Back here are several, they're all waiting to go. but just several soldiers. The trained soldiers are back here. And Edmund decides that he will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how many people can be in this circle?
Up to 9, but I told him 8 because it's 8 plus me.
Okay. He decides that he's going to be right there.
Yeah, and they can't attack or be attacked if they're inside the center one, but they can attack and be attacked if they're on the outside.
Sure.
Anyone attacking them that's undead has disadvantage.
I equip my shield.
Okay.
And I am gonna also set my sword ablaze with electricity.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Aid at second level. So up to 3 people of my choosing get 5 extra hit points maximum and recover that many. So I'm going to pick the 3 tankiest people. It'd probably be you,
Dodge action.
the leader, and who else?
It's a good action.
I was gonna do it if I get caught out in the Goblin Army.
Rafi and Edmund, and you?
Yeah.
Okay. So they get 5 temporary...
Is that concentration?
Nope.
Nice.
You just get 5 more hit points. I know you use it for
Little
casting,
white
so
whale long ago.
I figure that's better.
I love Rafi. My nephew.
You can call them temporary hit points if you want, but you can actually be healed by those. So.
Oh, I'll take them. I
Mhm.
mean, I already had to hurt myself a little. So let me actually see what that costs me. So I will use my Crimson Right. I take D6 of damage, and every attack I do does an extra D6 of damage. 1. 1 damage to me.
So you do 1 damage to yourself, and then you get 5 maximum hit points more, and then you get healed by 5. So you're still down 1, but
5. And that way I'll just see it. So what I'll do is I just won't reduce the temporary hit points. I'll just reduce my regular hit points.
it makes sense.
That way I don't have to keep adding them to my maximum.
Exactly.
Fluctuate as you bounce.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it wears off, I can give myself 5 back at the end.
Okay. So you got your...
I got everything
Plans?
ready.
Okay. Alex, are you done prepping?
I think so. Everything else I can do is going to be in battle.
Okay. As you guys are getting into place, a horse starts approaching. It's another scout. And he goes up, right up to Edmund. Edmund, they're on the move. They should be here shortly. Edmund gives him a nod. Go back. Eat if you must.
Is it
Tell
nighttime, by the way?
Tell the women and children to take
It is
cover.
It is? Okay.
Backs against the ocean.
This is
And-
about the
and-
time you give an inspiring speech to the people.
There's nothing to
You're all
inspire.
gonna die.
Just tell them
Everybody run!
tell them to pray to Helm. I don't suspect that we'll see another day, but we'll give them a hell of a fight.
Yeah, you're not in charge of speeches.
Yeah, that was terrible. You need to get better at this.
Maybe after, if we would win, I'll give an
When
inspires.
we win.
Well,
You're
maybe
right about one thing. Helm will help us.
maybe you could inspire us. Because
I'm not very good at speeches. You probably don't want me in charge of that. Where the hell is Chance?
Pillow sucks for interfering with this totally unscheduled thing where Chance needed to go have a Mother's Day conversation
Yeah.
or whatever.
That fucker.
Just he could have prevented all this. Is all we're saying. It's good though. He's
Never.
reliable.
Never look past the defensive fighting. It might save your life.
Who all
Take the
has
dodge action.
How many people here have ranged attacks inside the 8 that are us?
Everyone can spit.
The 4 in the back.
Okay. The 4 in the back plus you. I do Eyes of Night. As an action, I share my 300-foot dark vision with those 5, and it lasts for an hour.
Dude, that's awesome.
So you have 300-foot dark vision, and so do all the archers in the back.
Holy shit.
Dude, that's crazy. Screw you, Dark.
Yeah.
We've got you taken care of.
Yep.
All right, so let me just get this set real quick. We got Edmund, Rafi.
I am so good for this fight.
Yeah, you are. We got 1 soldier in the front carrying sword. And we got 4 in the back with crossbows. I just gotta keep track of their HP here. Okay. So you're all set up. We're gonna cut back to Orub. Orub, you now see that half of the army is now following you.
Nice job, dude.
Yep. I hope it helps. Because I'm probably done for. I'm going to go join Chance.
You've been running.
Imagine if your character just like fell out of the character right then, and it was just the guy who's like, "Where am I? And how did? Oh shit!
Oh no!"
You've been trucking it for a while now. Like you've
I
at least
look
went
haggard.
like a mile and a half.
How's your monk speed? Are you faster?
I am faster.
Do you get some?
I get an extra 10 feet, and then I can occasionally.
So you might be able to get to the camp with a few minutes to warn everybody. Hey, there's undead coming.
So,
Look.
I mean, I got a 40-foot base speed.
Right. You're going quick, and you've been going for a while. Time is obviously we're passing some time here.
I will occasionally stop, kind of check over my shoulder, give myself a few seconds to suck wind for a minute.
You see, when you look back, you see the flag bearers, and they're blitzing towards you as fast as they can.
Zombie blitzing.
They got a
very
30.
slow.
They get these soldiers have a 30-foot move speed.
Ooh, okay. So that means if you're full sprinting, you're going 60 versus 40.
Right.
So every 10 or so rounds, so like even once a minute, I can stop and really catch a breather and not get too.
And 200 feet behind them are the soldiers, and they're not moving as fast.
Okay.
They're moving quick, but I don't think they're really double moving.
Sure.
So you're gonna have some time there. You go over another hill and another valley. This is a valley of peaks and hills. But now you're looking downhill, and then you see the goblin army. It's not as big as the undead army. There's only about 700. You take a quick count. You'd be like, okay, about 700. And behind that, you see a group of about 20, maybe. It's unclear. You can't really see who's involved in that, though, but there's another one back. So what are you doing?
So I'm going to, when I crest the hill, I'm going to stumble and just hold the flag up and then stumble and kind of keep moving forward. But obviously just winded, hurt, damaged, like someone who's just barely escaped with their life. And I'm going to keep heading toward the goblin army.
Okay.
I'm gonna-
So you're going to be approaching the army right now. So you get to the kind of the front lines, and then behind that is a little camp area.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hopefully approach someone kind of on the outer edge, and just collapse in front of them, and throw down the flag, and hold up the tattered map, just completely out of breath, unable to say anything. Go! And I wait.
In Goblin, this Goblin who's kind of like all ready to go. He's got like this shitty armor on, and he's got a spear in one hand. So in Goblin, what do you want?
So I just force the paper scroll into his hand, and then I collapse and feign unconsciousness.
So as you close your eyes, he starts screaming in Goblin. I don't know if you can understand Goblin. No.
It sounds like the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah,
to me.
yeah. And another one with a lower voice.
And they see the undead army coming.
So he's got the map, and one of them grabbed one of your right arm, and another grabbed your left arm, and they start dragging you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you kind of peek open your eyes, they're dragging you all the way to the back into the tented area where you saw them, like a group of 20.
Okay.
Where your charisma thing is going to come in handy, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yep. This is gonna be an interesting one. I think overall it worked. As far as like the big plot, let's see if I can survive it.
You're just fighting the battle on a different front.
Yeah.
We'll meet in the middle.
I cut the undead army in half, and got rid of the goblin army. Hopefully. Let's see if either of those.
They kind of toss you in front of this tent, and do you have your eyes open, or are they still shut?
I'll like kind of flutter into consciousness for a second when they throw me, and then
so they throw you right in front of the tent opening, and out comes 3 goblins, and the one in the center has this black kind of crown, almost looks like coal, dusty. I don't know. It's horrible. He's got an eye patch over one eye, and he's walking out, and he's got these robes that don't even fit him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at everyone, and he says, and they all like, and one of them hands him the map, and he looks at it. You guys can't understand Goblin. I don't know how to speak Goblin.
That sounds like Goblin to me.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job. Keep it up. I like it.
This is some James Joyce weird meta bullshit.
Right. He looks down at you.
Half hour of
He looks down at you, and 2 goblins come up, and they stand you up, and they start slapping you. So you throw up, but you haven't had much to eat, and it's like you can make yourself throw up, but it's like bile, and
I bite my tongue.
It really
real hard.
burns.
I bite my tongue so that I'm spitting blood too.
Oh God.
And then if they're holding me up, I'll stay up. But if they relax at all, I'm just gonna collapse, and I'm not using my legs at all.
He holds up the map after he gets and he looks a little bit concerned. He goes, he looks ready.
I hold my hand up heroically, and I point back the way they're coming from.
They all turn and look.
Just in time to see them crest the hill.
So, and they do. They see the flag bearers, and the flag bearers start to line up across the hill. Some time passes.
We're only praying to Orub's god, probably. Whoever that is.
And they see
Spirit.
you hear the Yowler horns again. And you see the army marching down. The army starts to come up, and it'll be right along here.
Lining up along the trenches.
They're lining up the trenches. Boom. Boom.
I'm hoping since the archers have 300-foot dark vision, they took out some on the way in.
Boom.
You told them to hold their fire.
I did?
No.
I'm not gonna bring these guys out yet, but we'll just use these guys. These guys are zombies.
Those are zombies?
These are zombies. These are soldiers. I'm dying. And then behind here are archers.
Alright.
And
Alright.
I don't know how.
Mhm.
Maybe there's no.
Just you wait.
This is cleric's fight, man.
This is a cleric's fight.
Yep.
So how long? Tell me again how long this lasts.
Let's see. Let me double check.
7 weeks.
The center circle lasts for 8 hours. So
Okay.
that's
So you're looking at about 7.5 hours right now.
okay. The side things are magic circle, which last for 1 hour.
Okay. They just stand there. And they're looking at you. They're not doing anything.
Archers need to exit the center circle and fire.
So you can't get hit. You can't attack anybody.
We can't
Where
attack anybody in the center circle. The sides are where we can attack. They can attack us, but they have disadvantage.
Let's give them cover, I say to the other frontliners.
Mm-hmm.
And I step out, I wield my shield, and I take the dodge action.
You don't have to. They have disadvantage to hit you out there.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I ready my shield, and I hold my action until something's within striking range. And then I smote them.
They're all within striking range now.
Like they're actually moving up to us?
Yeah. No, they're staying there. They're just standing. There's archers up here. They're holding their action until they're holding their arrows.
Do we roll initiative?
Yeah, I think we should.
You do have advantage on it.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna go. Okay. What's everybody got?
20.
20. So
I'm at an 8.
you're in an 8. Oh man, I gotta roll so many people in.
I would just put the archers together
Yeah. So
and then put the
20.
frontline guys together or something.
Let's roll for the Undying. They got a 16.
Did you want anyone else close to you, or should the other two go on the other side?
It's up to them. Where are you?
We should maybe do groups.
Yeah.
Or like pods of 20. So you've got like these 20 archers, then these 20 archers, then these 20 archers,
God.
then
Yeah,
these 20
no.
archers, then these 20. That'd be awesome.
The zombies go
This is
last
gonna be
at
bad,
3.
isn't it?
We got a 2 there, and those were going to be the skeletons. I'll do Rafi. There's a 13. I'm just going to have him go with Edmund.
We'll get you off.
An 8, you said?
Yep.
You'll be going after Edmund, and that will be What's your name, Max?
Mhm.
Let me roll. 16 and 16. Roll off. Flag would be undying. Okay, they lost. So then it would be. Soldiers. Dead soldiers. All right, let's see how well this works.
Let's see it. I like the one skeleton's looking backwards. He's like, dude, where do I go, guys?
So, Edmund looks up to the archers and he goes, loose. So they all start shooting out into the distance. There's you see about 12 markers right there, right? But there's way more, obviously. That's just kind of where it begins. The archers are actually way out and back, and so the top is firing down, and they're trying to get everything out into the back. And here comes. They start to like look like they're gonna make their move, and there's lines of undying soldiers right here too, and it goes deep. And there's zombies right here, and it goes deep. So, Celeste, what are you gonna do?
I hold my action until something's within striking range.
Throw rocks at him.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't got rocks.
Edmund and Raffi should get to one of the two sides. I don't know if they go on the side with Celeste or if they go on the other side.
So you direct them to move out?
Yep, they need to be out there so that they can attack.
Soldiers already moved. Undead soldiers are gonna hold right now. Raffi moves out here. Edmund moves out here. And where are you at?
I'm in the center of the thing. I can't.
What would make you him?
Well, I am one of those people. I think I might have been the orc or whatever. The one.
No, that's orc is Raffi.
Okay. Well, there's only 8 people.
So you're
total.
that guy in the corner. Pull that guy off.
Right here?
Yeah, pull him out.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you're staying in?
Yep.
Okay. Palo comes and
Oh, sorry. My mistake. There's 9 people total. I told him to get 8 additional. So there is one more guy. I guess he would be next to you.
Oh, we got one more guy.
Yeah, sorry. That one person you took off? Put him back.
Put him back.
Next to Celeste.
I have a battle buddy.
Yeah, you got a battle buddy.
Don't go out without your buddy. Wait, why do I have the outside? Fuck.
You want to switch?
Nope.
Okay.
It's too late now.
All right.
We're in it.
So Palo comes in to your little circle. Well, it looks like your friend Orb might have been successful. He might be in some trouble. We don't know yet. He's doing a very good job. All we have to do for this to work is to hold off this army until he can get the goblin army here. I think that might set things straight. Let's just make sure no one dies, though, especially Edmund and especially Lund. So I hope he's gonna be fine on his own. If he dies, this has all been for naught.
I'll say out loud, enter the center circle if you need healing or if you need to reload. Cannot attack outside of it.
The soldiers give you a little nod.
Mm-hmm.
Rafi gives you a little nod. And let's see. So, Celeste, you're holding your action until someone comes right up to you, right?
Yep.
Okay, the soldiers are going to do the same thing. And they start. Another yellow horn comes in, and they send in the waves. They start marching down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, they move. Those things didn't really work.
Shitty trenches.
Yeah.
Who dug these trenches? Flog them.
Yeah.
But
50 lashes.
But there's lines. There's lines of them. Lines to get back right behind them. I just don't have all the things. So they'll kind of replenish.
You want me to move them all up for you?
Yeah, if I could.
Including the Rainbow Platoon. Those guys separate.
The Rainbow Rangers.
No, let's put 2 zombies in the center. Yeah, there we go. And the Rainbow Rangers are archers, and they're staying back about that far.
Okay.
But there's all these guys in here. And so you're holding yours. So the skeletons are going to shoot. And they're going to shoot at Celeste.
Huh. Bring it.
Yep. So disadvantage.
Of course. That's all this game is.
Yep.
All right, here we go. +4 to hit. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls of them. So I'm just gonna do the 5 that are out there. Let's see. That doesn't hit. Let's see. +4 would be 15.
Not even close, buddy.
That's not it. 17.
Nope.
And no, not a hit. God damn it. Well,
Wrong target.
right? So then it would be the zombies' turn. They can't really get to you, but they're there. The zombies, they're going to be... They look, and another yellow horn goes, and they start walking away back.
All right, we'll let them leave.
So the
You want to
zombies-
leave combat?
Attack
Get
of
outta
opportunity.
Nope, they're not even close.
Burn them all alive. Or
You see in the
dead.
back crowds of zombies starting to leave, and they're going this way.
here. I'm cool with that.
Okay. And let's go with Celeste again.
Celeste. Well, did anything approach me close enough to hit?
Yeah, they're right up.
Then I would have attacked it
Oh,
when it came up.
Sorry. So you can go ahead and do that.
Chop.
So I will
I
chop
suppose
chop.
If Edmund and them were holding their attacks, they get to attack as well.
Oh, that's right. Well, they weren't holding anything.
So I rolled a 26 and a 21 to hit. I have 2 attacks.
Oh, that's a hit and a hit.
And it's a D6 plus 8 plus a D6.
D6 plus 8 plus a D6.
Yeah, so here we go. First hit, 17. Second hit, 14. That was a sad roll.
So that's how many hit points?
17 damage on the first strike,
The first guy goes down.
and then 14 on the second.
And he goes down on a knee, but he comes back up.
All right. We're good.
The one you slay, you kick into the trench.
That
Half
was it for
trench.
me.
Okay. The soldier's turn. The 4 in the back are going to shoot out, and shoot out to the skeletons, and they peg a few, they miss a few. I'm not going to play that out because this is kind of a war setting, right? We're going to go to the zombies, and the zombies are moving further away. And let's cut to Nox. Orb. Sorry.
Everybody's got 2 names right now. It's very
It's a
great.
pain in the ass.
It really is.
You did this to yourself.
It's like multiple name tags. So I can say Orb and Lund and Nox and Asfun or whatever.
Phallus.
Yep.
Ass fun.
Asfun Phallus.
Asfun Phallus.
Oh, God.
What's your last
And-
name? Asfun.
So they got you sitting down, and they're screaming at you.
I do my best to look absolutely concussed.
So you're just kind of like...
I'm just like looking past them with like a crossed eye.
Yeah. Hoping that the panic sets in and they do ready for war versus.
Yep.
The Undying Soldiers are staying up. Like, the flag bearers are staying up on the hill. But they're like... Wish you could understand them.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Should have taken Goblin.
I guess I should have taken Goblin. Wasn't really part of the plan. Let's see.
I'm assuming. I know at some point.
But they kind of look like they're calming
really
down.
Understand.
So I'm trying to. Are they like holding on to be tight, like I'm a prisoner?
They're just like shaking you, like trying to get you to say something.
If I'm a hobgoblin, I'm probably like an elite, basically. So I'm
Sure.
like a huge. So I'm gonna throw one of them off me. Like, and I'm gonna stumble over to the tent door. I'm gonna look out. Are we in a tent, or are we just?
Yeah, you're in the tent.
Okay. And I'm going to grab a sword off of the ground, or maybe take it from another goblin near me. Just push and grab. And I'm gonna march. I'm just gonna haul off solo Bruce Willis, badass style, and I'm gonna go straight toward the undead army.
They start. The king kind of like pats you on the back.
Spit more blood. And I'm gonna start jogging
Towards the undead soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They watch you as you go. You run.
You're on a solo mission.
Cowards. And I'm gonna pick up the flag too, the undead bear flag that
Okay.
all the way down to the army.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish you were that level.
Oh man, yeah, monks can later learn all languages. That's perfect.
Yep.
Well,
Level us up, Matt.
Spoken language.
yeah. What level is that? 14?
13.
Oh
Can we do
yeah.
level
Wow.
13?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Celeste.
Celeste. There's still one right next to me,
Yep.
so I'll take a swipe
Okay.
for a 27.
And 27 hits.
I hope so. Oh man. 26 damage.
Yeah, that takes him down.
I still got an attack. Is there anything next to me?
No, but there's 2 more right behind these guys that look like they're gonna move up.
I will chop its head off with
Are
my
you-
second attack.
Are you gonna step out to do that?
Nope, I'm just gonna chop the dead one's head off right in front of me.
Okay. Okay.
I'll attack.
And you do.
I hit.
Nice. Then it's the undead soldier's turn, and they move up. On the other side would be they're going to be trying to attack Rafi and Edmund.
Disadvantage.
Yep. Disadvantage.
Thanks, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna write some ACs right back here.
These magic circles are so worth it.
That's a miss. That's a natural 1. He falls down to the ground and drops his sword.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So then Rafi and Edmund in turn are going to roll to hit. Rafi is going to miss. Edmund's definitely going to hit. And he's got a sweet sword because it's on fire.
It's my sword.
Yeah. Oops, that was the wrong
It's got my
dice.
sword.
D8. Where's my D8?
Yeah, where's your date?
3 and 6, he does 9 damage to it.
Oh, that's sad.
So doesn't do much, but it looks like it's a little injured. And then it is Nox's turn.
I will point out the fact that the zombies are likely going up to attack the archers, and point out that our archers should probably target them to thin the ranks and have Edmund have the archers prioritize those ones that are coming.
He looks back after he gives a swipe to one of the Undying Soldiers, and he says to you, "And how are we going to tell them?"
The banners. Do you not have...
Do you not project when you yell?
It's about 200 feet up.
Mm-hmm.
That's a ways. Okay. So
I can't really do anything for...
Okay.
My spells can't go outside of my area.
Sure.
So it's just if people end their turn inside that I can heal.
Leave it.
Nope, I can't leave it, and I can't do
How long do these last for?
an hour.
Okay.
These are our circles of protection.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. All right. So then it's the skeletons' turns, and I'm gonna roll another 5, and they're gonna start targeting these guys, Rafi and Edmund. And that is a miss.
Disadvantage.
That is a miss. That's too bad. But that is a hit on Rafi.
Take it, Rafi.
And it's a d6. Okay. Here, and then 8. Okay. And then it's the zombies' turn. They're moving. And let's go back to Oreb. Oreb, you're charging. You're running towards the flag bearers.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you trying to do now? You're within about 30 feet of them now.
I'm hoping to start a brawl, a ruckus, a war, if you will, a battle, at least.
Okay. You're within 30 feet. You can get there with this round.
Nice. I'm gonna put his own banner through one of the banner bearers' heads.
Okay. Are you throwing it then?
Nope.
Okay. Go right up to him.
I'm just going.
All right.
Up cozy. I'm just gonna, and then we sort of put the flag into his face.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Thanks, Sharkonaut.
Wait, what'd you roll?
That's a natural 1.
Oh.
Nice.
Thanks, Sharkonaut. Now that's a 19.
19 hits.
And you add those at 3d6. I think that was a plus. See? Yep, more or less 7.
All right. He kind of goes down to one knee.
Perfect for the coup de grace. I'm going to whirl it around and do 5 more and an uppercut with the other half of the banner.
Sure. And the uppercut for 5 more would take him. You knock him back, but he doesn't look dead.
I mean, he's a skeleton.
Yeah.
You gotta plan that through the eye hole, man.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go back to Celeste.
Celeste. Is there any nearby again?
The 2 undead soldiers that moved up.
So there's 2 more.
Yep.
Oh, we'll keep cutting them down. I'm all for that. And on we go. Uh-oh. That'll be a natural 1. That's the first one of my campaign. Just broke the
They're
seal.
coming for us today.
Does a 12 hit?
No.
Fuck. That was both my attacks.
Okay. All right.
Uh-oh.
Nice job.
Thank you.
And now it's the soldiers' turn, and they just kind of loose arrows back to the skeletons. They peg some, they don't. Now it's the undead soldiers' turns, and I didn't attack you last round, Ryan.
Thank you.
But now you get an attack. Disadvantage to Celeste. Rolling a lot of 20s, but
Disadvantage sucks.
that didn't hit. Now they're going for Edmund and Rafi. That is a natural 1. He falls down to prone. He just kind of trips in the muddy area.
I was reading
It's a
this
natural 20
house rule
again.
people were using that whenever you roll a natural 1, your turn is just over. Like that's instead of having like other penalties or whatever. That's
rough.
Yeah, I was like, that's kind of rough, but also like not terrible.
What do you mean by turns over?
Like you roll to attack, you roll natural 1. Doesn't matter if you have more bonus actions, movement, other attacks, whatever. You're like,
yeah.
oh, that's moving on to the next person.
Yep.
You're done.
Yep.
I kind of like it.
That's pretty much what he
That's 'cause
does.
you like to
I'm mad.
fuck yourself.
Okay.
Look, I'm a
and
very attractive young man.
So Rafi,
Brian likes
Knox
to fuck himself.
Oh, okay.
hit and a hit
The future of cloning.
and a D6. My D8. Where's my D8?
Like, hey, I'm all for complications.
I feel like that one's not that
There's
bad.
gotta be a line.
That one's not
Emon
that
takes his sword and he goes back and he crushes the one that was right in front of him that already had damage. And he takes another swing because he's got a couple attacks. And he swings again at the other one and misses. But then Rafi rolls a natural 1 and he misses.
Rafi.
It is now Nox's turn.
So,
wild.
I'm going to start writing a note, and I'm going to tie it onto my snake that says,
Sure.
hit the zombies that are coming towards you.
Like they need to be told. But
And
they
I'm going to
do.
set down the snake and be like, go up there and give them this note.
snake.
So, Trouser starts slipping away.
It's canon.
Yeah.
That's his name.
Yep, his name's just Trouser.
Starts slithering away, and he goes off with his note. It is the skeleton's turn, and they're going to take some shots at. They're all going to be going towards Edmund.
That's alright. He wasn't important to this plot line, anyways.
Yeah, he's extremely important, Ryan. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
No, it was him.
Yeah, Edmund's still important.
Eh.
Palo told Nox to make sure he stays alive. Remember?
No, I don't
Miss.
actually.
Miss. God, I hate disadvantage, you guys. Miss. Miss. Son of a bitch. I'm never playing with you guys again. Oh, misses. Let's see. Now it is the zombies' turn, and they're quiet this round again. Going back to Orb. You got one right in front of you.
Is anybody else fighting? Is this happening?
They look all attentive. They're like kind of wondering what's going on.
Need a little momentum. Everyone's so disciplined for an army of goblins.
They look like, well, you gotta remember they're allies with the undead right now. You're trying to convince them. They're like...
That's why I gave the boss the map, the treachery.
It was a pretty good map.
Mm-hmm.
There was a goblin head on a sword.
But you got one right in front of you to finish off. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna climb up on him and then just beat him with the flagstaff.
Okay, roll to hit.
Yes. 1,000,000. I'm rolling a d6 because I'm not really entirely sure. It's kind of a staff.
Yeah.
It's a staff. I guess if I'm two-handing it, that's actually a d8.
Depends if you get multiple attacks, because I don't know. One attack has to be unarmed if you're...
Well, only the bonus ones.
Yeah.
Same friggin' die. All right, so 3 plus 3, 7. Smash.
7. 7 takes him down. You drive it right.
And I just plant it right in his head.
Okay. Are you trying to inspire the army to fight?
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to throw my arms out and I'm going to...
The king.
Persuasion? Performance?
Yeah.
Deception.
Yep.
I'm going to give my advantage. So 13 plus...
1.
I think it's 1. Here, was it just advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is, unless it is deception. If it's deception, it's more. Or performance, it's more, actually. Then it'd be plus 4. Performance?
Sure.
17.
17. All right. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Just gonna roll
Is it
this.
enough to convince an entire army?
You just have to convince one.
Yeah, as soon as you break the seal. Come on, banana. Great. Huzzah! Behold the war.
The king looks at the map. He looks up. He looks down at the map. He crumples it up. He throws it to the side. And you see the crowd, the army of goblins, and they all start running up towards you.
I can't wait to Photoshop all of these.
This is gonna be a great video.
Yeah, I don't know if you know, Matt, but your eyes went cross-eyed as soon as you started that.
It was great. That's definitely the next emoticon.
Nice. My goblin face.
It's probably better than Hangry Matt.
They all start running, and you watch as they start laying into these flag bearers, and they're headed. They easily dispatch of them, and now you guys are headed down towards the cove.
Braveheart things.
Toad.
Okay.
Toad.
So, Celeste,
Yep.
there's one right next to you and another one moved in.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make your attacks if you want.
Hell yeah. These guys just keep lining up to be slain.
Get slain.
1d8 and a 26.
Hit. Same person?
We'll see. I guess. How much damage I do. God. 25 damage?
25 brings him down to a knee.
Then I will slay him entirely. Oh my god. 27 damage. I almost
27
rolled
hits.
max damage.
Yep. Yeah, that's... That... You just slice him right in half.
Shot. It's unfortunate. I didn't.
All right.
First time.
The soldiers behind you start spewing out. The one next to you
They're
kind of
spewing?
hasn't been attacking, and he looks nervous.
Is he spewing?
What's that?
Did he spewing?
Spewing arrows.
Oh,
Yeah.
I missed there.
The ones behind you are spewing arrows into the
Okay.
right, and the one next to you though, he hasn't been attacking. He's just been there sitting, frightened.
That's fine.
Undead soldiers
Is
are going to
he
start.
anyone of note?
He's just one of the 8 that came with Rafi.
I'll grab him by the shoulder. Get it together, man. And I'll shake him a little.
And then the undead soldiers move up. Another one moves into the other place. And they're both going to go after Dude. That's a hit. A miss. And they get him. They get him for just a few points. They just kind of knock him on the side of the helmet. The other 2 are going to go after Edmund for a miss. Oop. And a miss. The skeleton's turn, though. Oh, no, it's Rafi and Edmund's turn. Purple is going to be Edmund. Green is Rafi. Takes a swing. He misses. Edmund takes a swing. He hits. Let's see how much damage he does. Let's see. 3 and 8. 12. Or 11. Thank you.
Plus, if he has any bonus.
He takes 1 down to its knee. And he's going to swing 1 more time because he's a fighter, and he misses. So now it is Nox's turn.
I'll cast Light on the end of the Staff of Healing and hold it up to try to direct the archer's aim towards me. Because I don't know necessarily if they think that they can or can't hit me, but I know they can't.
You know what? It works. And it's actually the skeleton's turn. And they can't hit you at all.
Nope. It would bounce off the barrier.
So they just loose and they just see all their arrows. Bing, 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 bing. It's just hundreds of arrows too, right? Coming at you. They all just fall. That won't be happening again. Or if you're running with the group.
Can we attack outside?
Just occasionally closelining.
Can we be inside and attack outside?
No.
Yep. Are you using any resources right now?
Nope. Not until people start getting hurt. Yep.
So you guys are fighting, and you're fighting forever. This is going on for a couple hours now.
Well, after the first hour, the magic circles disappear.
Right. So the 2 on the end just disappear, right? But the one in the middle stays the same.
Yep, that stays for 8 hours.
So those aren't there anymore.
Our circles of protection are gone.
Yep.
Or you're getting close, within probably about 6 rounds. You guys will be creeping up at the back end of the army.
Lead the attack.
But now you guys see the circles are fade away. And I will bring
How long does your dark vision last?
Let's see. Dark vision, that is also 1 hour. So that's gone.
So that's gone.
Yep.
Probably getting light out soon.
It's getting there. You maybe see the sun creeping up. If you look back to the coast, it's just creeping up. So I'll say it's dim light. So Celeste, you got two guys right in front of you.
Yeah, it seems to be two at a time all the time. We'll keep smacking them down in between resting. I assume if we've been fighting for hours, we'll go back in and out of this little hut to try to recoup some.
Sure. Yeah, because I can't heal people unless they enter there because my spells
Sure.
can't reach outside of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you want to roll to see how many hit points people lost, or
No, I'm
Okay.
good. There's been times where you've had to go in and take a little rest, and they kind of.
I'm just wondering if I should mark off any healing spells or not.
No, you don't need to.
Okay.
I'll smack a zombie. Because that's what I do.
Well, no zombies in front of you. They're gone. They've been gone for a while.
You already been gone.
What's in front of me?
Undying soldiers.
I'll smack a zombie. Same thing to me. But, well, I might hit one for a 22.
22 hits.
What's the other one?
I was also hoping my
12.
familiar got up to there and warned them of the
Which
zombies.
didn't hit last time.
I don't know if they're looking good on the archers up top there or not.
19 damage.
Okay. 19 damage. The bodies are piling up. Just an
Sweet.
FYI. The bodies are kind of all over the place.
Put them in the trenches.
That's what's been happening. They're like, if you look at the trenches, they're just
No longer
full
trenches.
of dead bodies. And
They're
people
not
are
trenches
able to
anymore. They're filled moats.
Trip hazards.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna do this. You guys have been doing awesome, but these are Undying Soldiers. I'm gonna set up something for you. You're here.
Ooh.
And
Look at me, look at me, look at
you
me.
got about 10 goblins around you. And we're just gonna do this.
Oh, there are goblins. Top, up. Nope.
Right. I think it's right above
It's not
where
the
you are.
top, but like the top
Like
shelf.
if you punched
Oh,
straight
yeah.
forward, right there.
Right here?
I think those are goblins.
There's so many goblins.
Goblins.
Dude,
So
there's
many
so
goblins.
many goblins.
So many goblins.
Brian brought in a whole goblin crew.
Because fighting 2 or 3 goblins is shitty.
Mhm.
Just like skeletons.
Yeah,
Gotta have the horde.
you gotta have a horde.
Gotta have the horde of notions.
And you will have.
Those flames are distinctly red, not,
Hmm.
not orange. Interesting.
You painted them.
Never said I was good at this shit.
Yeah, you do fine.
You can tell it's fire though. That's nice.
More zombies.
More zombies.
I'm taking all your minis, man.
Dude, that's what they're
This is gonna
for.
be a visual masterpiece.
Yeah, nudie zombies.
Stacy painted that one.
You put some shorts on it.
Yeah, and some nips.
Hmm.
You're like, I
Oh,
have
now-
to see
now
this.
Brian's like, I need
I
this.
brought some of. I did some of these too.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah, because you sent a couple of them home with me.
What you looking for?
Dragon.
Yeah.
Purple worm.
So basically, what we got over here is you guys stormed in to the back, right?
That's how we
And
do.
all these goblins over here are fighting. They're clashing with zombies. Some zombies are going down, and they're coming back up. The goblins keep on trying to hack them down, and right now you have 3 zombies and 2 undying soldiers right there, and they're looking to F you up, and it looks like it's and it's just time to try to get to your friends and F these guys up.
You're going to F them up from behind and then get to your friends eventually.
Celeste, you can see in the back.
Turn them into friends.
You can see in the back
I cast friends.
the goblin army.
Person.
They're coming down, and they started clashing.
Clashing with the undead.
Yep.
That's good. He did it. He did it.
He did it.
I screamed, he did it!
The orb story.
Oh, the Lund! We have to shout Lund's name.
Yep.
Because that's why we're here, is Lund did something heroic, right?
All right. So
Something about the goblin and the girl.
now it's just a matter of Palo pops in behind these 2 archers, and he goes, "Oh, Celeste, look at your friend. He did it."
I just said that.
Well done.
Hey,
well
are we
done.
done here?
No, not
Oh,
quite. We still got to make sure Edmund stays alive, and he's not out of the clear. He did bring the goblin army here, but he's got to stay alive.
Wait, Lund brought the goblin army. And
Yes,
he's got to stay alive.
he's got to stay alive.
Well, let's go get him.
Well, I don't know how you guys are going to do that. Got to get back to Chance. He's in a little bit of a situation, but
I'm gonna kill you, Palo.
We're in a little bit of a
Just-
situation. Do you not see this situation? Why does he always do that?
I don't know.
Helm will protect us.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
listen,
kill Palo.
popping in
Oh,
and
yeah,
out
leave you.
of time and different worlds and everything like that is really stressing, but I appreciate what you guys are
That's
doing.
stressful for you.
Yeah, it sure
Really?
is. Oh, it's
Wow.
super stressful. So I gotta get going, but good luck. And he pops out.
Gotta kill him and take his powers.
So let's do this. I'm just gonna state. What time is it?
State.
10:29.
10:29. Also, oh, never mind. I'll pop to you. Palo pops in. Poof.
Punch him in the mouth. Haymaker.
Hey. So I think maybe all you really need to do, since your friend Nox has that wonderful protection circle, is just get to Nox. As soon as you enter in there, I think everything will be fine. So good luck. Maybe try to get back to your friends. Good job with the goblins. That was really good work.
Did you just neigh?
I heard it somewhere along the way.
All right. I knew you'd be brilliant at this orb. Good job. Talk to you soon.
Nice. Whoa there, darling. You're looking ready to go.
And that I am. And he pops out.
I'll consider that a tip.
So let's try to do this. Can we set up?
I don't want to tempt fate, but you can't fucking hit me.
What's that?
I don't want to tempt fate, but you can't hit me.
Why can't I hit you?
You won't be able to.
Why?
Because I take the dodge action for free as a monk. I can attack twice around and dodge.
Doesn't it take a key point to do that?
Yeah. I've got 2 left.
That's 2 rounds.
Yeah.
I'm
How
right there.
far-
I guess I don't know how far of a gap that
Yeah, I
is.
was gonna say that's in the back. It depends on how far the back is away.
Okay, well then I guess it's a little
So
more
you're
interesting.
tempting fate before you knew all the facts.
Yep.
Ooh.
I mean, it's not my fault that he set up a shitty map representing where everybody is.
You really push him for it. He's like, here's
What
some more.
what happens if Lund dies? That's what I want to know. What are the stakes actually?
Well, you would know that Lund was really important after he got. It was a conversation last game. Lund
we
was
know.
really
We
important.
want to know what happens when he fails.
Yeah, but like when I fail in 3 minutes or whatever and goes down, what happens to your story? That's what I want to know, and I'm going to find out.
You know, we do have an influence on the future.
Hmm.
What if we just end up failing one of our missions?
Well, I guess
Maybe not this one. This is the
I guess little
undead
Timmy
over
doesn't
here.
get his cure 200 years from now. So
Well, Timmy doesn't
Little
exist
Timmy.
200 years from now in the new timeline.
Yeah, the
Not-
new
not when
timeline
the
of
undead-
the undead timeline.
We don't even know what timeline we're in the future
True.
because now we're in the past.
Yep, we don't know what we're doing.
Okay, so this is what's ahead of you. Right behind these guys are the skeletons. The zombies. All of a sudden, you see the archers. Couple bodies. Fall right there.
Behind us?
Yep.
My snake didn't get them.
He did.
Couple more.
Yeah, he got him.
You saw the
Sounds
archers
good.
start shooting out, but there's so many of them.
Mm.
There's just so many of them. They eventually crawled up and got to them, and now the archers are starting to fall off the cliffs.
Farewell, noble archers.
If there's any that fall into the area that I'm in,
Mm-hmm.
I'll cast Spare the Dying on them.
Yeah, none of them really make it that far out.
Oh, you know what? Actually,
They're not dying after they pop.
it's only allows the people that I allowed in when I cast the spell, so only us 8 can be in here.
So,
So
they're
I guess-
falling on the rooftop.
Yeah, they would fall and be like, dunk.
sauce, bread.
I mean, at least we'd be able to see the barrier of the roof with the
200
Yeah,
blood
yeah,
stains.
Right.
it'd be painted for blood.
Next, you got an inspiration.
Oh, nice.
Nah, expiration.
Did he? No, he didn't.
No,
Sorry, bud.
I didn't.
Okay,
Not yet.
so
Unless
Celeste,
Matt decides to give you one.
here we go.
He said it. It seems rude.
You got 2 undying soldiers in front of you.
Yeah, I keep cutting down these two, and they keep coming back.
Okay. Well, they're moving forward.
Uh-huh.
As soon as you cut down one, another one pops forward. But it looks like it's starting
I was
to thin
saving
out.
that one guy's head for a special occasion too, but now it's buried in bodies.
Okay.
18 hit,
18 hits.
and the other one's even more. This guy's already hurt, so I'll try to put him down. Oh no, I took that guy down last time. Never mind. 19 damage. Still up
Yes.
for another 20 damage.
He's gone.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Lady killer.
It's the soldier's turn. And you got 4 soldiers back there.
They don't have disadvantage.
Oh, they don't have disadvantage anymore.
Nope.
Actually, they never did. So it's your soldier's turn. So the one next to you,
Oh,
he's been... Yeah, he misses.
get it
He
together.
swings and misses. The 4 behind you start to shoot out. These 2 are going to go for these guys right here. 1 and 1.
kill Nero Saltware.
Miss and miss. And these 2 are going for the 2 back there.
You see that, Brian?
Miss and hit.
I like it.
Neo Saltwin's one of the zombies.
Do a
Mm.
D8.
That's a blast from the past.
Mhm.
D8 for 8 damage. 8. Rafi, Edmund, Celeste. Okay. And then it's the undead's turn. And the undead are going to... This one moves up. Moves up. Nero.
Dude, I'm gonna smack you down so
Gonna
hard.
kill Nero.
And so 2 slash at you, Ryan, and miss. And then 2 are gonna slash at Edmund and Rafi.
They don't have disadvantage.
Nope, I know they don't.
Okay.
But I was just rolling twice. So that's a 20.
Rafi, no.
Yeah, that one was actually, we're gonna have that be Edmund. So 6 plus 3, so 6. It's a 9 damage to Edmund. Okay, so then after Edmund is Nox's turn.
Okay. No one entered the center area, so I'm not healing anybody yet. So I can't really do anything.
Okay.
Just inspiring words, constantly talking.
Good
When
job.
I was a young man, your age.
When I was a young warthog.
But you have some undead around you, Nox. You got 3 zombies surrounding
Orb.
you.
Orb.
Or Orb.
Do you need a name tag?
Yeah, I do. So let me go to the zombies. And the zombies.
Zombie.
That's a -1. He falls prone. He lunges at you.
Oh, goodbye, titty zombie.
Nice try.
And another 1. And he was,
Oh man, those ones are just attacking me with their breasts.
and,
Oh no,
plus
It's actually
3.
working.
Please.
14 hit.
No.
Okay. Then it is. I'll put you. Your turn.
I'll put me.
So you got 2 laying down right here because they went prone.
Mm-hmm.
They rolled 1.
And so in the direction, which direction am I running?
You're running this way,
Nice.
and right here is the beginning of the skeletons.
You're right here.
Yeah.
Basically.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm going to I'm gonna vault attack past that one right in front of me, the green one, the blue one.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I'm gonna go give it the old what for? 425.
25.
A
425?
flying knee.
Uh-huh.
Wait, did you question whether or not that hit?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like,
No.
whoa, what is that?
No, I was saying 425?
Four,
425?
Run.
Run. 8 damage there.
Okay. It doesn't go down.
Okay. I'm going to spend my key between points to take the patient defense. So then I've effectively got the dodge action going for me.
Okay.
And I'm going to leave. I'm going to go past to the next one in front. That one, that cutout one there. Yep. And I'm going to... what am I going to do? I'm going to do a little barrel roll on the ground, and then I'm going to pop up and try to do like a unholy haymaker of an uppercut under that one.
Are you gonna pop up as a hobgoblin or pop up as Orb? Or as whatever you are?
Well, I guess, what is that? Is that still an undead?
That's an undead knight.
Okay.
All these guys are back here are knights.
Oh, those are all undead?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm still counting.
Those look like friendlies.
Yep. I'm gonna give it the 25 again.
That hits.
For 9 damage. Bludgeoning.
Yeah, you knock him. He looks right back at you.
And I'm going to continue my move as much as I can,
Okay.
knowing that I'm going to provoke attacks of opportunity, but at disadvantage.
So
If anyone wants
you
to.
move how much did you do? 1, 2. That'd be 15.
Yeah, I've got a speed of 40, so
14. Or 15.
14.
20. Where do you move to?
straight through past to the skeletons, if possible. I just accept my beating.
20. So you're gonna get 3 attacks of opportunity right there.
Disadvantage.
God damn it.
The whole reason I did that. That is my second to last key, though. I've only got one more.
You only need a short rest, and there's a nice tiny hut to rest in.
Mm-hmm. I don't even need a hut. I'm just gonna hide in that weird.
Oh, you can't go in the hut.
Oh, well, that's probably how I'm gonna lose my last hit point.
Okay.
Like a bird into a window.
Yep.
So the first one, you get 3. The first one is a miss. What's your AC?
16.
Okay. That's a miss. The third one is a miss. Rolled so many 20s opposed to
just cartwheeling through your death knights.
Disadvantage is the best.
And Ryan, can you put
Yep, throw them my way.
these 4 kind of like over there, and you get up to the skeleton.
How deep is the line of undead at this point?
It's thinned out.
Okay.
You guys are thin. This is kind of maybe what's left. You know that there's a whole nother army kind of coming that way, right?
Okay.
Like this is just their first wave,
Mm-hmm.
but your goal is just to keep Edmund alive, and you need to keep Lun alive
Mm-hmm.
just long enough to make sure the events maybe transpire the way they were before.
There's a large part of me that wants to run out and do destroy undead, but I'll be nice and stay inside my hut.
You can do whatever you want, man.
Yeah, I know.
That way you can jump out of this goddamn part. All right. So, Celeste.
Celeste. There's still zombies, and I'm still slain.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I killed Neo Saltwind. 23 and 22.
Are you liking right now? Are you in your beast
Nope.
form? No.
No, sir.
All right.
I
20
save that for when there's not a bunch of people that want to kill me around me.
Right. Go ahead.
Holy crap. 11, 18, plus 8 is 26
26 points damage.
damage.
Yeah, that brings him down.
We're gonna do this without Josh. That means we're gonna level up without him. It's so good.
That's right.
Nice.
24. Dude, I am rolling amazingly
24
well.
brings him down to a knee.
That's all I got, though, so I'll have to take it.
Okay. So now it's the Undying Soldier's turn, and they're going to attack. They're going to move up, and you gonna have 2 attacks.
Me?
Yep.
I'll bring it on.
Let's see. 18 and 5 is 23. Sorry.
Yeah, I suppose that hits.
And a d6 plus 3. What it is. 6 damage.
6. Got it.
Is that the first damage?
2 are going to attack Edmund.
I mean, I hurt myself in the beginning.
Those 2 both miss. I hate rolling shitty.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Welcome to being the DM when you
can't-
roll
I can't-
so many dice.
I know. But then there's 6. Actually, nope. It's Rafi and Edmund's turn. They're each going to throw. Black is going to be Edmund. Edmund misses. And Rafi misses. That sucks. They both suck. And then we got some skeletons. There's 2 on the outside are going to attack Edmund. You're going to loose an arrow to Edmund. They get +4, so... And they both fucking miss. That's why the DM has screens back here, right? So you can hide your dice rolls. I don't want to do that.
You don't have
So
to.
you guys
there'll be a streak of luck where you probably accidentally kill someone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the 3 that are right up against you are gonna roll disadvantage because they're right up on you. But they're gonna.
They have to anyways because he's dodging.
Yeah. Got that dodge action.
It's such a good action.
We should probably go back. And here we go.
And these are the archers?
These are the archers. Okay. Natural 1. It shoots and it like just I don't know, the string snaps. So he brings out his sword.
That's right.
And
come on, I'm rooting for one.
I know, I am too.
I'm rooting for one of you.
Ooh, that might be 4, 15. You got a 16, don't you?
I'm a 16. Yeah.
God damn it.
So close.
So close in so far.
I'm rooting for you guys.
Hey, you got me once. You should feel a little better.
All right, it's your turn.
Gonna take
All
the
right.
dodge.
First things first. The one who
You know you don't
lost his
have
strength.
to attack. You could double move. Just throwing that out there.
do lasers in front of you guys. Nah, whatever. I'm gonna. Yeah, I go for the big punch, and instead, I spend my last key to go for patient defense, and then I just sprint right into the window,
Right in
like
the,
a blue
the
jay.
character.
Do you provoke another attack from the zombie or the skeletons?
I will. Everybody that I run past,
Okay.
I'm gonna have
So,
give them disadvantage, but then I'm gonna sprint.
So you could use your action to disengage if you wanted to.
Well, is there like a longer distance in that? Is that still
No, that's what it is.
That's actual.
You also have Step of the Wind.
about 10 feet here, 5, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You can make it all the way to us without.
You also have Step of the Wind, which is a key point. So
Mhm.
instead of using it to dodge, you could use it to double your speed. So you can
Mhm.
disengage as your action and then sprint it. It's more effective use.
But is there anything else in there, or is that literally all that's left?
That's pretty much what's left right now.
Oh. Well, I would only be able to disengage. I'd still take an attack of opportunity from one of them, right? Because I'd have to go around.
Nope, disengage lets you take.
All right, so
No
I
attacks of
disengage and
opportunities. I believe.
flop past through to the other side.
And when you disengage, it happens.
Actually has it right here. Well, disengage.
So you're gonna disengage.
Your movement does not provoke
10,
opportunity attacks for the rest of the
20.
turn.
30. Where are you going to go?
Those are 5s, not 10s.
25.
So 15 is there.
20, 25.
30. And then I bounce off the window like a bird snapping his own neck.
Boom! It's just like a skyscraper with all the glass. Just
Do you still a hobgoblin?
Yep.
Alright. I mean, I know who you are. I think.
Yeah. Let me see. When can I shift? That is a good question. Features and traits. As an action. Okay. Ooh. So I'll wait
Next
until my
action.
turn.
okay. Celeste, what do? You see Aura, or what you know of.
I know that's all.
Yeah. this hobgoblin is like doing cartwheels and flips and dodging all over. It's the most nimble hobgoblin you've ever seen in your life. Just
I hope you got
jumping
all
off
the
people's
details,
heads
like
and
all the blubber
shoulders.
going as you're like flipping around.
Jumping off heads and shoulders of the soldiers, and then coming crashing into the protective shield and falling flat onto his back.
This is literally Oreb.
Yeah, nobody is confused.
No questions for me that this is Oreb.
Edmund looks on. He looks on. Lun, and he's.
I run over and I'm gonna give him. Well, are there still zombies in front of me?
Yeah.
Like, cut them down.
Cut them down.
For a lot of to hit. 24 a hit.
It's good that Edmund recognized you.
For 20 damage.
20 damage. It doesn't go down.
I love the whole
19
through a
more.
window thing. So fitting.
What's that? How
19 more.
much? 19 more. He goes down.
All right, then I'm gonna run past and give Oreb some cover.
Right, you're gonna get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, whatever. Get out of here. You just knocked me over.
Ooh.
I'm hurt. Pretty hurt.
19 doesn't.
Oh, you hurt?
Sorry.
No.
I gave you 2 strongest stuff.
You gave me the +1 armor.
Yeah, the sword would have been one thing. The +1 armor is.
So you go right to Oreb?
I go to Oreb and I offer protection and cover. Or distraction. Like, hit me instead.
Yeah, I hit him instead. Her instead.
So you're right here, though?
Yeah.
Or do you want to be right
No,
there?
I'll be right there. Okay. We gotta get to cover. Let's run. Run for cover. And I'm gonna try to drag him back to my area since that's the most clear.
Do you have any movement left?
I mean, I have a little movement, but
5 feet.
So you literally do this. Come on, Oreb.
I mean, I'm by his side, grabbing him by the shirt and pulling him along. But he's faster
That's
than
not
me,
my
so he's gonna
shirt.
soon skip past. That's all right. We'll know each other better.
All right.
Better here.
So it's the soldiers. We're just gonna. I wish I had 4. Yeah. They're all gonna take out these archers. They put coffee. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 hit. Natural 1. Not a hit. Not a hit.
1, 2, 3, 4. Not a hit. Not a hit. 1, 2.
And they do
Not a hit. Not
3
a hit. 1,
damage.
2, 3, 4. Not a hit. Not a hit. The Matt song.
Yeah, right.
1, 2, 3, 4. Not a hit. Not a hit. 1, 2, 3. Not a hit. Not a hit. 1,
Undead soldiers, though. There's 2 right in front of Edmund. They're gonna strike. Got 1 hit. And
You keep rolling ones for damage.
oh my god. Edmund, and he's got a shit ton of hit points too.
Hmm.
Okay, but then there's 2 right by you, Celeste.
This was my job. Protect the monk thing.
Save the monk, save the world.
21
That's a hit.
and 18.
Not a hit.
Fuck off.
1, 2, 3, 4. Not a hit. Not a hit. Not a hit.
1, 2, 3, 4. Not a hit. Not a hit. 4. Not a hit. Not a hit. 1. Hey, it's a hit, but it's a 1.
You know,
4 damage.
whenever we play White Wolf games and I keep rolling d8s and I keep rolling 1s and 2s, everyone's like, statistically speaking, that's highly improbable. And I would say the same thing for your 6s.
I know, they're so bad.
Mine have been on fire today.
I know.
1, 2, 3, 4. Not a hit. Not a hit. Not a hit.
But
But
these 2.
Butt and phallus?
Button Phallus.
Phallus as fun.
Phallus as fun.
Oh, going for you, Orb. I tried so hard. And you got so far.
They're all gonna take. Okay. Well, at least I got +5 to everything.
Wait, you gotta
That's
dodge him
10.
still, right?
Is that a dodge?
What do we do?
You did
dodged
just
him,
now,
didn't you?
No, this clown over here talked me out of it.
Oh.
No.
So that's a miss.
The
Alex, what have
evil-
you done?
Evil alligator.
Yep.
20.
It prevented attack
Hit.
opportunities.
Is this a melee or a ranged?
This is a melee.
Okay.
5 + 3 is 8 damage.
I have officially taken damage this combat.
Nice. But now it's the skeleton's turn.
We've been fighting for
Oh no,
over an hour. And
it's Rafi and so these are 2 attacks from Edmund. That's a hit. Let's see. That is 9, 10, 11.
Not a hit, not a hit.
It's 12. This guy. It's 20. And then Rafi's gonna take a shit. He misses. And then it is Nox's turn. You're just. You want to get a lawn chair?
it's thin. I'm going to do it.
gonna
I'm going
get-
to take a step out of the thing, out of the sanctuary thing.
So right here.
Yep.
Oh god.
And I'm going to use my channel divinity, turn undead, which if they have a CR of half or lower, they're instantly destroyed if they fail their save. So it is a
How many creatures?
So
everything within a 30-foot radius.
okay, great. Here's the thing about Undying Soldiers is they have turn resistance.
So that
The
The
means
soldier has advantage on
they get
saving
rolled
throws
twice.
against any effects that turns undead.
Yep. So
Those ones get.
those ones get the advantage, but
It's a wisdom save, right?
let's see.
So 30. What is 30 here? 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 radius?
Yep.
So it does hit the skeletons.
Yep.
Maybe
So
not this guy.
Right at the edge one.
Yeah, I would say it probably gets these 2 right. What do you think?
I
like
think
it.
your call is a good call.
Yeah.
1, 2,
Your
3.
call
Not a hit,
is an
not a hit, not a hit.
awesome call.
yeah,
Oh
wisdom
my
save.
gosh.
Okay. So
Bring me
wisdom
back to my
save,
church
so I get
days.
+1
It
for
is
a dying
Sunday.
soldiers.
hmm
I might be the only one here that knows that song.
Which one?
Baby can't hit me.
Fuck off.
Just
Okay,
a
so
little
skeletons get
blackbird
negative
on the
1.
go.
Okay.
They don't get advantage, so I'm going to roll these. And one rolls a 1 and one rolls a 4. Those 2 skeletons, the penny and the green, are now gone. They start
penny.
running away. What's it look like when you turn
if they're
undead?
CR half or lower, they just instantly die.
Yeah. What do you know? I
Yeah,
think the stat block will
1/4.
show you the CR. Yeah. So they just die.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they,
They
just
don't run anymore.
burst
they just
into a-
disintegrate.
yeah,
Remember
basically
that famous scene where that lady's against the fence and the nuclear blast like goes past her and she
Terminator?
turns into skeleton?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
just what happened. to
This
the
is a
skeletons.
CR of 2.
okay.
the
So
Undying
those ones
Soldiers.
would not die instantly. They
They
would
would
be
run.
turned if they
Okay.
failed.
All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Disadvantage rolls.
Yeah. I stop my staff.
They get
down.
+1. Of what?
16.
Advantage rolls, man, not disadvantage.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
16 is what
16?
they have to hit.
All right, starting back in corner right here. He saves. He saves. That was a 17 right there. This guy starts running.
Yeah, I could move them for you.
Is it on their next turn or their right now?
On their turn, they have to
Okay.
run away.
So this guy right here is going to run away. Here. Yeah, turn him like that. This guy. Natural 20. This guy. 13. Nope. His turn. This guy. That's a 14. This guy was a 13. No. He doesn't go. It's a 16, right?
16 or
right.
higher is what they have to get.
That's a 16. He's good. And then this guy was a 16.
Okay. So the skeletons burst. So I stomp my staff down. It's like a sonic boom kind of thing that echoes outwards, and skeletons are destroyed instantly, and the soldiers, some of them are turned.
You're not dodging, are you?
No.
All right.
Are any of those guys fleeing?
That you just turned? The skeletons just poofed. And it's the skeleton's turn. And they're going to take 3 shots at you.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Okay.
A miss. And then I think they get +3. So that would be a 20.
That's, make sure you do
They get
this.
+4, so 21. So a natural 20 and then a 21.
Okay, so on the natural 20, I'm going to deflect arrow. So you just roll your damage, and I'm going to subtract 12 from him.
Okay. Well, that's 6 and 2 is 8. So you don't take any damage.
Nice. And when I reduce it to 0, oh wait, no, I can spend a key to throw it back. I don't want to do that.
No, you don't.
I do have one left, but it's kind of nice that I don't need it yet.
And 3 damage.
Yes. I take it.
And then it is your turn.
So these other ones that are turned in front of me, they're not leaving yet? Or are they fleeing? Have they put their back to me? Can I leave?
Oh. Yeah, because it's not their turn. It will be their turn coming up. They're turned around.
You've seen this before when they run. If you hit them, they stop running.
Mm-hmm. So when I've got to kind of come around this way, where Celeste is pulling me. There is one on the other side of her, though.
Actually, we just saw the flicker of that dome.
Yeah, that disappeared when I left
Disappeared.
it.
Your blood stain where you smashed your nose up against the invisible
dropped.
glass is gone.
Yep, so you can technically just
fell.
Yeah.
you can just walk right in if you want
So
now.
weird.
There's that big canopy of
Dead
blood
people.
from the top.
All the dead people on the top of the dome just go fook.
Okay, yeah, I'll just go back that way. Maybe grab Edwin on the way by the collarbone. Just
are you taking the dodge action or anything? What is going on?
Well, the ones that are turned don't get an attack of opportunity,
Right.
so
This guy would.
yeah,
Nope.
so it depends on how far you go in.
No.
Just that guy in the
Oh,
back.
yeah, that guy's
And
turned.
where are you going? Far back.
20 back.
So he gets one attack of opportunity. Oh, he's not dragging me.
Be dragging Edwin if we could, not Celeste.
And then 1
Celeste is still there.
attack of
Yeah,
opportunity.
We know.
Yeah. We'll tell him later.
Which one's Edwin?
Baby
He's
can't move
tipped
me.
over.
Baby can't move me.
I don't know why he's tipped over, but that's not a good sign.
No, he's fine.
Oh, okay.
He's ducking and dodging.
Oh, it hits. That's +5, so 23.
Oh, that's a pretty good one. Is it
Oh, that's 8 damage.
Woo! I am gushing blood.
Nice job.
And I taunt.
Well, fuck
Would you like me to go into details?
Yes, I do. Go ahead and taunt.
You gonna moon them too?
Mm.
You
Yeah.
already mooned Palo.
Yep. So I go over, I grab Edwin, and I'm going to hook him in the arm, and I'm going to haul him back also. And I say, come on. And if, what are you doing? I'm getting your ass out of here. I'm going to take both ass cheeks in my hands. And I'm going to lift him up over my head. I'm going to throw him out of combat.
Okay. Celeste, go ahead.
Celeste will continue slaying some zombies.
Okay.
You're showing so much restraint, Matt. Fine.
23 to hit.
Yeah.
21 damage.
21. That takes this guy down.
All right.
It was one that was turned, wasn't he?
Oh, yep. And do you have any more?
18 to hit.
18 hits.
Should hit the one closest to me so that he's one that's not turned.
12. 20 damage.
20 damage.
And I will
goes
hit the
down
one
to-
closest to my friend.
Yep. It goes down to one knee. And as you hit it, you see it, and almost all of a sudden, everything just kind of goes slow motion for you. Whap! You hit it. You just see everything's echoing. You can hear the screams and sounds and everything. And your vision is starting to get blurred. And you just hear, you see arrows flying everywhere. You're kind of getting faint a little bit, and as you're kind of falling back, you see archers at the top of the cavern pulling off, but then you see a zombie lunge and hit, and they fall. Soldiers back here are starting to move forward and getting rallied. And your vision goes out.
We did it.
We fucking did it.
Soldier's turn.
Oh, that was just me. Apparently, that's just me.
Yeah,
Bye, guys.
You're getting pulled out.
Miss. These two are firing that way. And this one hits. It hits that guy that you just hit. The last thing you see is an arrow going right through this guy's head. Even though it was going down. And now it's the Undead Soldier's turn. And they're going
I feel
to...
really bad for putting this Tiefling Wizard right in the middle of a bunch of undead.
These two...
In heavy armor.
Yeah, right?
Oh, he can't even cast.
Nope.
Not in my, well, I'm in leather armor.
Okay.
But I don't know if that... I think that might still prevent him from casting.
So,
I think so, yeah.
these two are going to attack Rafi. One hits. Oh, and it's a max damage. You hear Rafi's. Your vision goes, but you can hear Rafi go. And
Does Rafi go down?
and Rafi, he goes to a knee, but he comes back up, and he's got a huge mace.
Oh, is Rafi hurt?
Yep.
Hmm.
Rafi is bloodied now. And he comes back up and he hits the one right there. Hopefully. Yep.
Disadvantage. I'm just joking.
Yeah, no, wait. Rafi's good. Edmund looks to you. Edmund looks to you. What are you doing? We need to get back up there. We need to rally.
We've already won.
Are you yourself now, or are you still the
You're
goblin?
Yeah, I'll shift back to
Lund. You're kidding yourself. We have an entire army waiting to come back down here. This was just the first wave. Max, your turn.
Okay, I am going to move back towards everybody, so I'm kind of in the center of everybody.
Right.
Yep.
Here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know if I provoke a attack of opportunity from any of those.
You do. You got one.
I'm definitely going to get hit. My AC is 12.
Yep,
So,
and
there
it
you go.
hits you. And
Good job.
Yeah.
for 8 damage.
You're gonna use that staff of awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
You get cracked, and if you get cracked in the head and you're running back, things start to move slower for you too.
Oh, can I get a spell off first?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I'm going to do cast with the Staff of Healing, Mass Cure Wounds.
Nice.
Heal everybody.
Everybody, up to 6 creatures, I'm sure there's only 6 that are hurt, within a 30-foot radius centered on me, each regain 3d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. So
roll well.
6, 7, 8.
Oh no.
So everybody gets 13 hit points.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm back to full.
Yep.
Close.
And as you raise your staff up and cast, you can see Rafi kind of like getting another surge, and he makes another swing at the guy.
Mm-hmm.
You hear Edmund. You can hear Edmund shout, "Go!" And you start to fade a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then Phalos falls backwards, and you just kind of hit your back on the ground, and you're looking at the sky with all the sounds of war going on behind you, and you fade out.
I'm first to go.
Skeletons. The
So you already
skeletons.
faded out.
My vision faded out.
Who are the skeletons shooting?
They are going to fire at Edmund, and they all miss.
Oh, nice.
So you see first you see Celeste take a hit, but then starts going out, and she's falling back. Or as Celeste, as Cassius, Nox or Phallus casts the healing spell, and he starts to fall back.
I turn to Edmund and say, "This is really important." And I undo my belt and I just drop Trow. I assume that I'm also going to fade to black and Lund will be left there in that situation. He'll wake up in the middle of the war.
Do you do anything else?
No.
There's gonna be a statue erect just for you.
Nice choice of wording there. The statue will be very erect.
All hail Trouser.
Edmund looks at you and says, "What are you doing?"
And you don't fade to black.
There's something I needed to tell you.
I go in for the kiss.
He pushes away. He goes, "Listen, Lun, you can't do this. we're in the middle of a war. Not now.
Not now, honey.
Talk to me tomorrow.
That was the important thing London did.
Hey, future generations are gonna talk about this power couple.
Mm-hmm.
Lund Edmund. The Edmund Lund.
So I'm not fading?
Well,
Am I?
Is this all you're gonna do?
If we're getting toward like 5.5 seconds in and there's still no fade, I might improvise.
You're not fading quite yet.
Okay.
In fact, the skeletons are going to take a shot at it.
With
Oh
my
man. Arrow in the
-1.
butt cheek.
A 2 and a 2. I can't hit shit.
So yeah, I will deflect, And then I'm just going to use my radiant blasts. Actually, I'm going to spend the key to, with my pants around my knees. I'm just going to and send out 2 key bolts back toward the skeletons who shot me.
Okay.
What are key bolts? Like, do you have to spend key for them?
Yep, so they are radiant sunbolts. So they're special radiant. I'm fucking Super Saiyan.
Alright,
over
roll to
here.
hit.
Yeah.
Do you have to roll a hit for these?
Plus, yeah.
Like a ranged melee attack? Ranged spell attack?
They are actions. They're ranged attacks. 7. Ooh, risky. 10 and 12 are my 2 attacks to hit.
But you
Cover fire.
So what happens is you grab an arrow.
Can you shoot
and
a third?
So you grabbed these arrow, you deflected these arrows out of the air. You went doo, doo, doo. Did you grab them and then throw them back? Is that what you do?
No, I just knocked those 3 away,
Sure.
and then I just sent out 2
So
blasts.
with pants down,
Blah.
you deflect. Boom, 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 and then you take your 2
Double deuce.
bolts and you chuck them at these
Just out into the crowd.
out into the crowd, and they totally miss everything.
But it looked cool.
But it looks really sweet.
If you didn't have your pants down.
And you start to, and then you start to feel the slow motion. Edmund's yelling at you, "Run, run, run!" And it gets quieter and quieter, and your eyes start to fade out,
Respect the shape changers. As I fall.
and everything goes dark. Oh man!
I'm excited for Roses and Thorns.
Celeste, you wake up. It's night.
Am I in me?
Fuck.
Am I still Cassius?
No. You wake up.
I feel my face.
You see this masked individual above you. Dustin, come on. What are you doing? Wake up.
I'm up.
We gotta break him out tonight.
All right. Right now? I just woke up.
Hey, the other's gonna be here soon.
Yeah, who?
Come on,
I'm awake.
get it together.
You just woke me up. It takes me a second. I want to look around, blink a few times.
You're in the middle of the forest, a forest area, and it's just trees. And you look up in the sky, and there's 2 moons.
Okay. So,
And Palo pops in. Ah, Celeste.
yeah.
Hey, that's you, right?
Yeah.
Hey, we gotta break Chance out of jail.
Okay.
And that's where it ends.
Chance is in jail.
Of course he is. Because he's a turd monster.
You're a Dustin.
And I'm a Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
And Nox won't be here to help.
Mm-hmm.
He's also in jail.
He's in jail number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where we all go and we don't make it to game? We all go to jail?
No.
Do not pass go. Do not level up.
Nope.
Go directly to jail. The future jail, in fact.